smart. Texture
What are we doing?
now starting to find his form. 15 and 14. He's positive in the score line for Gen G.
Have we missed some? Fucking hell, I thought it started 9. We started 8.
Try to figure out they can salvage this defender side. Some big ultimates available to play with.
Oh, fucking hell.
These next couple rounds. Gen G really looking good on their ult cycle as well. So this is going to be another back and forth. We're really looking at G2 to see if they can again punish Gen G's sort of over eagerness to use those ults sometimes.
So
Screwed that up, didn't I?
Because of how scrappy these
I was
rounds are,
convinced it's
it is not a good position here for Gen G.
it started at 9.
See him scraping together a
Yeah,
box. Like
fuck.
it's gonna be
Never mind.
Guardian with half armor.
Where are you now?
Things also a bit rough in the G2 camp. But they have
It's nearly the end of the first map. Lotus.
here on this map already throughout this
Got a
tournament.
Scent next
That
and
is
then
not gonna
Icebox.
stop 'em.
What are your odds on a Munchkin multi-kill?
Fuck's sake.
Got a
Guardian
Guardian,
round?
it's decent odds there. But Trent, it might not be an Odin, but he's got an Ares, so that might just counteract it.
That's true.
Cancel each
Oh my
other out
God.
there. As the jump forward, Texture able to win out the fight. Icy gonna be taken down, and Texture snappy with it on the hunt reveal. Finds Trent as well, so the Ares not coming into play whatsoever. Quick TP out from Valen, trying to escape, but he's been noted. Lakia scooping up the Ares. Just want to play with his LMG, but do they flush out Valen? Do they?
How we doing?
He's repositioned here into tree. Munchkin able to find one. Valen creeping forward, able to get 2! Headshots found, Lakia spotted. Swinging out, but unnoted behind the box. He just re-swings, redraws, and Texture is there.
They're loving the Odins, like.
To spot him out and save his teammate. Gen G move up 11 to 8.
Yeah, and it's just a little bit of a delay on this haunt from Gen G that catches G2 off guard and spots 3 members. And this makes it so easy here for Texture. 1, 2, and they know that Valen is behind the box. Now, credit to Valen, the fact that he's able to escape out of this and find 2 kills, that's impressive.
Still,
But it may be too little too late for G2. It's 4 ultimates available for the side of Gen G versus their 3. Can they find those good opportunities to use them? Texture out early.
Oh, Trent tagged down. A little bit of a decay damage it would seem here, but still decent damage dealt. Nade to the back. Icy able to find one as Munchkin will fall, but Karan picking up, finishing off that enemy fade. Icy still, however, trying to hold the line. Paint shells built back up, swings out. Lakia will put him down. But still decent damage dealt. Just the one-man advantage here for the side of Gen G and damage taken. Leaving Chona P alive. This is still a very possible round, and Chona P's flanking all the way through the attacker spawn.
He dodged that Nightfall just to the side of it. Are they going to be ready for him to be so close?
He's pushing it, pushing forward, looking for the intercept, looking for the interrupt. Will not be able to find that. He's going to take it down. Meteor putting an end to it and sending in the lockdown. They know who they're up against. They fear him. So they have to use the ult. The drift across. Jonah unspotted. Clears it. They know he's within sight. Hit available. Does he send it? He's wary about Tree. He doesn't send it. Meteor will creep around the corner. Will shut him down. Gen G up to map point.
And these are these scrappy A-Rubble fights that Gen G is very happy to take. Now, Icy does a great job getting behind Rubble and causing some absolute mayhem back there. Credit to him. I mean, great paint shells to keep Karan off balance, but Karan's able to take down Trent, kind of alleviate some of that pressure off the rest of his team because that util isn't there to back Icy up. So Icy's on an island. Lakia is able to lock him down. Then a lockdown at the end of the round to come through there for Gen G. They are 1 round away from taking this opening map.
G2 pulling it off before. Can they make the rally back? It's only 4 rounds this time. Can they take us into an OT to start off this upper final? For now, slow start. No fast takes. Gen G knowing what's at stake.
Missed most of this friggin' map. I thought it started at 9, not 8. I was up as well. I was back with the dog before 8. I could have been in. But I just assumed, well, I'm sure I read somewhere it started at 9. Never mind. We'll say the second map and the second game.
Right now, there's been no contact for Jonah P over at C.
Unless G2 pulls something out their arse here.
Making a bit, yep, they are going to go for C. They're making a bit of a gamble here. No info. To be a bit careful.
Not revealing, but Jonah B spotting. That's going to be the pit now.
So
Coming
smart.
through. Like you said, just really gambling, trying to force him into that B site. Makes it that much more likely here. So there's only 34 seconds remaining for the side of Gen G. Sink bike down over towards stairs. Lead tucked away.
I've been taking my time making the bloody picture and stuff, thinking I had plenty of time, and I've missed most of the first fucking map.
Check.
Never mind.
18 seconds remaining. Door broken open. Dink found. Oh, he's paranoid, but he still finds a shot potential out in front. Cleans up two.
Recon Phantom, like, they're all.
Tries to go for the push. Lock it. Able to put down Trent, and now it is all on Jonah P. The king of clutch. Can he make it happen again to keep the
They're all rocking it.
Finds the first. Pushes in towards upper, but Locky on a long wrap around. Playing elusively here. Jump, making noise, checks the close corner, but nothing to be found. Poison on
Yeah, that.
Locky just tucks away. They haven't heard anything. They haven't heard the tap. But as he rushes forward, Meteor opens up with a spray.
There we go. First map, Gen G.
It was a dominant start for Gen G. G2 punched.
I had Gen G to win this one. They've been fucking unreal the last few matches.
Now we get ready to go over to a set Gen G's map pick, where they try to hang in here, keep themselves in this upper bracket. We're gonna go to a break. Don't go anywhere.
Not sure what sensitivity you perform best with? Are you constantly changing your sensitivity because
I haven't got a clue.
Introducing
I was on like 1 million at one point, wasn't I?
Get real-time sensitivity recommendations. Keep track of the sensitivities you perform best with, then bring it into your next ranked game and dominate. Now available in AimLabs Plus.
Hello there.
Hello there. How you doing, Adam? You alright?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Zin, I thought the match started like now, not an hour ago. So I've missed the first bloody map. Not so bad, not so bad. Just spent a bit of time getting started. I might still don't know. Probably gonna get warnings about monetization with this because of these songs and stuff, but fuck it. Not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm alright, mate. Alright. Is that too? Yeah, that's for the second map, yeah. About 2 minutes now. It's just a quick break for them while they switch maps and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was supposed to start at 9. I must have misread the times. But I was up early with the dog, took him out, I was back by 8. I could have been on. But I took my time thinking I had loads of time. And when I put it on, the map was just about finished. But never mind.
Hello there.
Hey, 79, how you doing? Welcome back. Good morning. Not normally on this sort of time, but I want me cup of tea, so we're alright. We're all good. I'll be going to make a refill soon. I see, I've been in here about an hour getting sorted out, thinking I had loads of time. And see GenG G walking this one. Like, I had a feeling they would. Anyhow. I'm not sure now, to be honest. Like I said, I assume GenG G would win this one because they've just looked dominant in the last few games. The next match should be a cracker, though. I'd probably go Heretics now more than any of the others. See if Benji Fishiki, no, name related. We're in GenG G2 now, mate. They're a map up. There's another map to come on. Hey, Blitz, you alright? Welcome. Good morning. Well, yeah, we're just having a chill one. We'll give this a watch this morning and see how we get on. Couple of months, mate. Yeah, it's fine. It's just nice to see you back, though. Yes, I got gold back. I hit it and then lost it, and that took about how long? It's been about a month or so, but I finally got it back the other day.
Hello, 123 Trent. Can you hear me, buddy? Do I sound
Damn nice.
I just thought I couldn't hear on my left ear.
Yeah.
You're deaf. I thought I was.
You'll get it, man. You'll get it. Yeah, it was a bit odd. Like I say, I won gold and then lost it pretty much straight away. I went on a losing streak again. Lost a few games in the bounce. And I've been struggling to get back. I think I dropped back down to silver 2 at one point, if not nearly silver 1. So I've had to fight back and claw it back again, bro. I got it back the other day. Yeah, it's swings and roundabouts, and it just it gives and takes. Jesus. So yeah, it's been pretty eventful.
And that's on the defensive side too. On pretty much
G3, that's one bloody hell.
Well,
that's what happened to me the last. I'm sure. Safrox says the stats say otherwise, but I'm sure the last few games, last few episodes, sorry, in Act 3, I always felt I slipped all the way back down. So like I hit like when I was pushing for silver, I think I hit silver 1, silver 2, whatever. And then I got battered all the way back down to Iron 3. Was it Iron? It was Iron. I fell all the way to Iron 3 for this act. So this act has been Iron to gold. So it was a bit of a challenge, but we've done it. We've done it. I should really do some of this shit, you know. I've got aim labs installed. I just keep forgetting to load the friggin' thing up. They always look like they miss loads of shots on this.
Yeah, and this is a worrying position for G2 now. They've lost map 1. They're going into their opponent's map pick. So I think having players like him come online, especially the
Iron 3 to gold in an episode. That's pretty cool. I'm not overly bothered. I've got a feeling GenG G will win because they just, like I said, the last few matches they've played, they've been unstoppable, like absolutely unstoppable. Might take G2 something special to turn it round or a map down. I hope they make a game of it. I'm not against them, but I will have somewhere in the Christmas stuff in the loft. I've got a fish hat.
That was just kind of a sprinkle on top to make things look slightly better for G2. It's still a worrying sign.
I mean, this is
I've got my fish hat.
Of a mountain, Kukuka, is this to climb when Ascent and Icebox are up next?
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated, right?
Well, that one. Oh, my camera. I need to fix my camera. I need to fix my camera.
going to
Yeah,
start
I've got me
on
fish
the
hat.
attack, because as we just saw on Lotus, they have a lot of set rounds and set strats.
And I wonder if there is a little bit of kind of experience gap coming into play here, right? G2 coming out looking really rough to start. We're seeing some of these rookie players like Icy, I think, really struggle. He had a big underperformance.
I've knocked all my stuff
in
off
that
now.
first map. Him and Leaf were both kind of losing out in a lot of those opening kills to GenG G. Mistakes are being made by G2 that don't normally get made.
Yeah, exactly. And not being
I need to
able
fix the
respond
filters
to
on that
aggression,
camera
to
thing
have
now
Icy go
because
down,
it
and
don't seem to
even
be
if it wasn't
working.
him, even if it was him, you know, getting a kill or two at the end of the round, GenG was doing such a good job of enabling
Fish head,
everybody.
exactly.
And now when we think of Icy, when we think about the head-to-head against Texture, Ascent becomes very scary territory for G2.
Not a problem. It's nice to see you back, mate. Take it easy. Hopefully I'll catch you again soon.
But this is a mainstay for GenG,
That's
right?
fine.
We've
Fine,
seen
mate.
these guys win
I know
pretty
what you
every
mean.
time they have come onto stage. It's 8 for 2 thus far, their record. They have looked great on this map.
Hello there.
Messi.
Lakia and Munchkin together.
Been a moment, man. How you doing?
On the initiator util, especially to set up Texture.
Yeah, I've jumped on early to watch this. I'm not normally on this sort of time, but I had a feeling some guys might catch up with us, so it'll be nice to see who comes by this sort of time when a sensible time for other people across the globe.
We will see if that is going to be the case, but G2 certainly looking to
Who do you think are going to win then?
looking to run this
Obviously,
back.
GenG are a map ahead now, but I started a bit later than I thought.
Two squads, see how they fare. They're starting on that defender side.
Who are you rooting for?
To be able to shut down GenG. Last time we saw them over on Ascent, that attacking half was dominant from GenG.
Yep. And on the other side of the coin for G2, when they played Heretics, this is where they began. This is where they basically ended the run back.
Right.
And it was a lot on Jonah P on that B site. He was
Fair
an
enough.
absolute monster over there. A bit of early aggression, using the dart to check mid. That's going to back Icy off. 0 point invested as well. They're going to get the tag with the drone. Send the duelist of G2.
Let's see how they get on here.
Back towards spawn,
Send.
all setting up for this A hit, which has been left open. GenG.
Like I say, I hope G2 do win this map and make a game of it, to be fair.
Not one that's going to lead to a punish. Site opened up. Icy. Sat here at heaven. We'll just wait for
But I've got a feeling GenG are going to be too much for them.
Lucky on this timing. Suspecting the lurk out from Leaf. He's able to find that punish. Fantastic intercept as Icy dashing across.
Oh, that's a cheeky little spot there.
Killjoy's traded out on both sides.
Akia's got to get over here soon.
Some of the shots are pulling crazy, like. Look at that, man.
Easy transition from him. Finds Jonah P. Finds Trent. GenG. Find a second pistol round win of the series.
Ew, what a hold from those guys in hell. I mean, I thought Lakia was going to need to get there sooner rather than later. With that many players of GenG boxed up underneath the rafters, there might be a good opportunity.
Yeah, there's a few of them playing with a wide resolution as well.
Texture behind the Gen.
I don't know if I should try that.
GenG here doing a good job of creating a lot of attention towards mid, using that info utility early to push back the forces of G2, keep them planted on B, where they were anticipating the hit, and then the quick pivot over towards short. Maybe another fast hit here. GenG gonna make sure they confirm the orb, but there's a lot of...
It was all there. What? Where's he looking? Where was Omen looking there?
Able to dash out, gets himself over to safety. Jonah P, same time, tagged down to 53. It's all of these players here with a 0 point. Leaf again, looking for a similar rotate. This time gonna go unpunished. As Shock Dart Lobbin, not gonna be able to connect.
Close.
Meteor, again, they have the read. They know these lurk timings so
I do like the G2 pistol.
Check out the rest of the side, just swing out, just trying to find anything, trying to do some damage, but it's gonna be flawless here from GenG as they start off 2-0.
Yeah, GenG so disciplined right now. Clearly a great job by Solo and HSK preparing GenG for this map. All of the lurks have been accounted for, something G2 absolutely loves to do. To get out on those early rotations, clear space, get info. Some guns going to be invested for GenG. 2 Guardians, a Bulldog, a Vandal, and a Phantom. The Odin already in the
Bloody
hands
Odin.
of Trent.
Over Odin.
Trent was the one with the Odin doing a great job locking it down as the Sova on B. Previously, Jonah P on this KO as well. Really devastating with his util timings. Finding a ton of value. It's a 4-1 split. GenG may just try to opt for a
Yeah, it seems to be a thing. Obviously, he can recon through a wall and shoot them when he sees the shadows like that.
Munchkin with that Guardian. Finding the enemy KO, but this is going to force a pivot here from the side of GenG, but they already have Texture in a very committed position. He spots out one, finds that kill. Has to tuck back as the drone manages to get its mark.
Some have been able to get the plant down. Texture
I like that
so much
buddy.
space.
But Leaf in the head. Knocked down to 31, the Tink.
Unbelievable. It's tough for Meteor to cross. Just has to hold this angle, it looks like. Was he going to go for this? This is risky.
Start to push forward, but he
Oh.
finds a headshot onto one. Trent picking up a third. This is still damage dealt. G2 now in position to win out the round. It's all on Munchkin. He has the spike in hand. He's going to go rotating across. 30 seconds remaining. But no, the fake, the tuck back. But they're not full rotating. G2 not sending it. They are still nearby.
Yeah, there's still
They're
just
able to
coming
get
back.
time to cover that angle just in case.
Boy's not heard. Weapon going to be picked up now. The tap on the spike going to be noted. They work their way back. Munchkin, how does he play this out? 0 point at the ready. Knows that the jet is
He knows
close.
there's one up there. Not so much to say.
Thrown over the top, tucks here into hell.
He knows they're both up there now.
The noise heard. He's waiting for the drop down. The tail went across. Icy. Ice trained here on hell. It's the Cloudburst to try to escort. Munchkin on the swing out.
Nice.
He's gonna be taken down. Too many directions. Too much attention pulled in different ways. Munchkin cannot clutch this. G2 will not allow for the bonus conversion. They get themselves on the board in round 3.
Yeah, and this is
I do like that Imperium finisher as well.
About is GenG. That Odin.
I didn't actually get any of them guns. I wasn't that fussed on the guns themselves, but the finisher is pretty sweet.
Right off the back of that great shock dart as well. Trent setting himself up so nicely. Meteor challenges that angle. That was a tough one for Meteor to win. The fact that he even gets one kill there, impressive, but Trent's so ready for it. Now you've got the counter Odin from Lakia. Able to save up enough.
Yeah, like I said, it seems to be a meta
Potentially at play.
where the
Push out there.
silver dart and then shoot through the walls to pick them off.
Cover B main. They have control. Pace looking to be slowed down a little bit here. By GenG, they are really spreading the map. Looking for these early picks, something they were really good at.
Finding that nano. Counter spray across. It's going to be Trent who eats a little bit of damage there. Lock in with his own Odin. Knowing how valuable it's going to be for this B site. Starts making his way back.
Over Odin for the win. They both got them now.
Was pushed back towards Hall. They're able to safely grab that orb. So good job there by GenG. He's getting control of that space, using that to their advantage. Now over towards A main. A very aggressively placed turret gives them a lot of extra info. No command popped. Looks like this is going to be an A exec.
Fragment of TP4 just to check out wine, make sure that that is not.
So slick how they get on site and stuff like.
Notice Icy right there in front of him. He's like, no, leave at the same time. While under pressure, able to find one, but eventually will get flushed out. Icy going to be taken down. 2-for-1 trade up here. GenG's favorite. Smoke, dissipating, shot darts, flying, texture just sat.
Nice.
Across, finds himself a third. Smoke now falling and Fallon, no way out. 3-1, GenG. Clean stuff.
Yeah, I think they're gonna.
Once again by 2.
I think they're gonna win this leg.
Munchkin there to catch Leaf.
That's how I was hoping G2 might pull this map off, but
A little bit of damage through the wall.
I don't think they're gonna.
Follow through off some brilliant util.
My ult's ready.
The texture just unaccounted for up in heaven. It's something that GenG loves to do. They love to get aggressive up towards heaven, especially texture. You know, work those angles a little bit different every time. Sometimes he'll push through that smoke. Sometimes he'll try to push towards glass. Very difficult to track. It's going to be the Blade Storm popped for texture.
Passes the weapon over to Munchkin, but the knives, this is something that, out of character at this tournament, Texture has not been finding impact with. Does that change here today? Or does G2 also manage to shut it down, deny that value?
Outlaw invested for Leaf. He's been so good with him. He takes so much damage through the wall.
Just
Oh,
knocking him down to 15. And he's the one with the hero rifle into this round with that Outlaw. And there's full armor on the opposite side.
Jonah P had taken a ton of space, but
Out in front, 0 point. Quick clear on that. Just backs away. Still holding within the archway. Paranoia at the
They do well at clearing the knives and stuff as well, whereas that by the time I find them, they've already detonated.
Check Steve, drone at the ready, fragment again into Wine. Lakia blinded up and has the drone to give him sight. Suppression connecting, paranoia across. Knives will be able to find one. Texture into the back, finds Icy. Turns it, finds the third. Trent taken down, and this time Texture will not be denied. Push up into the smoke. The timing, he spots out Leaf. They know that he's low, and he's got the right flick. A 4K on the blades, 4 HP, 4 rounds for Gen G.
And it's brilliant utility baiting from Gen G. They're able to get that paranoia out of there.
The class, like the way they do all this, it's impressive to watch.
0 point, lock you in place. We know you're right around that corner. Texture able to
Unreal, man. Absolutely unreal.
Something that you mentioned he had been lacking, Achilleos.
I was tempted to try Jet, but I don't think I'm accurate enough for the
even though it's only one player left.
for the ult.
Dodge Trent, keep himself alive and find that fourth, and he is 13-1 to start this map.
So what we're seeing, but the covering fire, anticipating this crunch. Balance still able to find value.
Why are they pushing?
One, Charon falling, but Lakia quick to trade it back, quick to maintain the advantage. But Icy, quick to find the spike. Now stranded at the top mid.
They are like they're crazy to watch, aren't they, man?
Leaf forward here on Cat.
Unreal.
Creeping forward, Texture in the jiggle peek, able to spot him. And Leaf, he just wants to occupy the space. He wants to try to hold down this spike. 2v2 with Lakia tagged down to 70. Spike offered up. Sure. Able to recover that. B site completely open, but Gen G don't know that.
See what they can do. They've got all their recon utility in Lakia's hands still, but opting to just cut sound and make their way forward. They don't want to give up any information. See if they can slip the net past G2. With all that KJ utility at the front of A, with so much success being found over there, Gen G maybe going to go all the way to spawn, wrap towards A potentially.
G2 starting to explore the space a little bit more.
It's so cagey, isn't it? They've done well to avoid them there. They've sent them the wrong way.
Gen G will in fact end up over here at A. Still an opportunity for that.
Totally sold them a dummy there.
Them up even further. Standing ahead. Potentially even find a kill. Dart down into hell, spotting out nothing.
Arrows like that, man, as well, so they can check underneath at the same time. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Drone here from Lakia. Checking in, spotting one, noting him over a tree. Shock darts available, but door wide open. Texture holding at window. Spotting.
No.
Adjust the spray. Leaf shuts it down.
Should have had them there.
Tucks back here behind Gen. Shock darts sent. Leaf leading the charge. The push. The spray across. Lakia finding one. Looking for Trent, but can't make it happen. G2.
Done it.
Fight back. They persevere.
Done well. Texture should have had the player of them there, though. Look through the window.
Of this round is absolute chaos in B lobby. A push out from G2 that looked like it had been well handled, but then there's more to it. There's layers. You've got Icy and Leaf taking space in mid. They're able to get that bomb down, get that extra layer of info. Gen G does a good job with a counter rotation of their own, cutting all the way through spawn, avoiding the KJ util. But
I'm just going to run and put the kettle on. I'll be 2 seconds.
Trying to catch G2 off guard.
I'll leave it on.
They're able to take him down. No heroics for Lakia. She's got that lockdown now for G2. Hunter's Fury for Lakia to counter. A lot of opportunities here. Icy is going to pop his blades this time. Let's see if he can match what Gen G's duelist was able to do a couple rounds ago.
We've seen that Lakia has been willing to go for some more aggressive plays. Lara now out, stranded, dead. Can't even trade back any damage. Fantastic delayed flash setup there. Jonah Page is helping deliver that kill right into his IGL's hands.
Now Gen G doesn't know if there's going to be further push out. Meteor trying to clear, trying to get some attention over towards this market. That's going to drag Icy over there with that Blade Storm. This is all setting up again, just like the pistol round, trying to cut through towards A, but this time G2 aware of it.
Sending the knife as soon as he sees that Cloudburst come down. Paranoia crashing across, getting the blind onto a few. Hunter's Fury, a ping across, but Jonah being balanced still, holding the line. Texture Munchkin both going to be taken down. Lakia able to find the enemy KO. The man advantage is there for G2. Icy still with knives in hand, the spike here on the site. Lakia pushing his way forward, making noise. And Icy swings the corner, the knife straight to the temple. Lakia dead. Meteor now last one standing. The plant would give him an ult, but might be a bridge too far to try to send it here. Tucks back, shots in behind him. Doesn't know where the second player is. Up over the top. Here's it. Notes it. Drop down from Trent. Odin in hand. At 80 HP, can he win it out? Ring around the rosy, but footsteps heard. Meteor goes for the challenge and he wins it. The 4K to clutch it out. GenG G just not allowing for G2 to string 2 rounds together.
And Meteor's vibing. I don't think I've ever seen him like that. He's usually emotionless. He's usually calm, cool, and collected. But he's bobbing. He's getting into the groove. And just like against 100 Thieves on this same map, he is winning clutches. He is winning huge rounds for GenG G. Like you said, he's got that lockdown as well. It's a consolation prize for that round to bring us into round number 8 with GenG G up 5-2. Alan trying to take a little bit of space.
It's 4 of his 6 kills in that last round.
Absolutely nuts.
Bailing out the team when they needed it most.
I miss much.
Out to try to check, tuck back in towards 3 players from G2. Sat here. Forced to stagnate for the time being. Texture.
Animate another cuppa in a rush.
Widely. Just staying back.
It's a bit chilly today.
Spray across, door now going to be shut. Not too much damage going to be pounded. Meteor whipping on his
I might have to dig the old hoodie out again.
Arriving out in the mid. Saving Jonah P's life and now handing over a weapon. G2 not out of this round.
And it's because I've had the door open in the shed.
That's going to be the lockdown. There's no counter lockdown here.
While I went in the house.
Going to have to back right off all the way to Gelato and to Wine. They have to give up so much space here to G2.
Rocket just waiting here. On the verge of this as they come stomping across. Paranoia connecting out into Wine. Just smoked off here. Stopping him from finding value. Chef shot's going to be flying. Spike diffuser is killed. They interrupted. But can they win another round? Shot guards caught in hand. Takes him down, Valid. The spray through. The wall bang shots. The spray down with the recovered Phantom.
Bloody hell. That was impressive.
5-3. GenG G still in front, but a monstrous Red Bull clutch by the IGL.
That was impressive.
Unbelievable stuff. And that lockdown, the fact that they're able to take Meteor down.
Look at that, man.
Him to push into short. He's going to go anywhere. It's going to be there to try to get that lockdown in play potentially, but unbelievable stuff.
Impressive stuff, that.
I mean, they are just so tenacious. And after you think that maybe GenG G was knocking on the door of the grand finals, G2 punches right back with a clutch of their own. Icy now is the op, the Odin for Trent. The power weapons in play. GenG G's been able to keep them at bay from picking these up for quite some time. But now they're on an eco. A couple sheriffs, a stinger for Karan, a couple rifles.
We can get back into this, eh?
And Meteor's Phantom. Icy though.
Waiting for the swing in, but Meteor wise to it, ready. Does manage to answer back quite a bit of damage.
Make a game of it.
Texture, this corner has been a pain point here for GenG G, but this time they suspect it. They find it. Lockdown committed. Over at B main, Icy. Tucked back, just holding on this hard angle. Ooh, tries to relocate. That's going to be Texture taken down by Meteor on the entry. Able to find that Odin. Now they know the site is theirs. The plant can come through.
And that's going to be Odin scooped up for Karan. Utility placed inside a hall, but every direction for G2. Oh, Lakia.
Cam just wise to it, starting to get that read. Leaf taking some forward space. Icy watching in towards B main. Meteor on the swing, has to drop back. But Leaf knows how difficult it is to try to make a real maneuver here until they flush out this player, this late lurk, this flank. Swing.
He ducked.
Has the headshot. Cut across from Icy. He's working his way back in towards A. Doesn't even want to try to find that challenge. Doesn't want to peek out into mid. Knows that he needs to hold on to this operator.
There's the
Lakia's
wall hack skin.
Once again, it's just effectively these back-to-back thrifties. Somehow, some way. Just Spike will detonate.
Seems to be the way of the matches that GenG G plays in. Oh no!
The shot, Lakia finds it! And that is catastrophic at the end of
Lost
the round.
it.
Lakia putting them down as GenG G make their way up to 6.
It's just so smart here. They're pushing a couple different angles, and you hit the nail on that, Achilles. I was thinking the exact same thing. They remember that corner. They remember
That
the
is
point from their previous match.
a nice skin, that mine.
Dealt with it, and that broke things open. That gives them the opportunity to put that lockdown in play, take control of that site. though a little bit of damage is done by Trent. He drops the Odin. Scooped up. GenG G in cruise control most of the rest of that round.
5-man push out here in the mid, but Trent already
This is wild.
taken low. This is definitely unsuspected, or is it? See the sights here from GenG G. Texture watching here.
So patient.
I've never
Meteor
seen this.
similarly on the opposite side of the map.
Seeing that, they're all on a mission.
Decently well. But can they survive? The answer is no. Leaf finding him, outdoing Meteor.
I don't know what they were all doing there.
Weapon likely not to be recoverable. Pull back from Trent. Door now starting to close. Texture trying to take some forward space. Spray in. They're wise to this. They knock him down. They take him out. Leaf finding the kill. Now another weapon thrown up over the top. The drop down. Karen trying to survive, but he will just fall. Leaf able to track it perfectly. Now just 2 players left versus a full 5. Back to back to back once more. It would seem as G2 look to keep themselves in this half. Munchkin find
Flipped him through the wall as well.
suddenly starts answering.
Oh, it's cool, mate. I appreciate you coming by. It's not an issue.
Finds one. Hunter's Fury out. Icy.
It's nice to catch up.
The tap on. Munchkin on the
Hope you have a good day.
bails them out. Unbelievable scenes.
I think this match is just about over, to be fair.
As GenG G.
I had a feeling GenG G would be too much for them. Like, it was,
It's hard to play it better than that.
I thought they'd give them more of a game.
In what looked like it was going to be another thrifty. I love this from G2. Haven't seen an eco 5-man mid push in quite some time.
I didn't realize he got one through the smoke there as well. That's mad.
It's so smart from G2, but GenG G just too good in the post plant. They never over-aggress those angles. They're holding them so nicely. Using those rifles to full effect to get that wall bang damage. So good from Munchkin and Lakia. Now G2 definitely going to be on the worst half in terms of the score line coming into the second half. But
They've been
Valorant,
cognizant of wine this
yep,
entire
Gonna
time.
catch him.
every time with his fragment.
Valorant, quick TP, little bit of damage taken on the exit. Counter spray though, going to be keeping Texture at bay.
Done well to get away, like.
Valorant still getting the worst end of that exchange, but still burned on both sides.
She got that dash burned out of Texture critically. That's going to be the big piece there. You also have the fragment gone, so in some respects, slight advantage to G2 in the util battle. GenG G's just doing another double pump here. Trent's just like, I don't want that turret there anymore.
No.
This Ares is good enough.
I was curious to see if Valorant was going to try to rescale in the wine. See if with a second rotate into that position would catch them off guard, given that they didn't have the fragment anymore to try to check.
30 seconds left.
GenG G so far just waiting out that 0 point now. Swing out, Icy, shut down, Lakia, able to find it.
Oh, you've done more damage to Omen than that, like.
Go to the top block, you got to dig it down. Karen, however, able to readjust, finds a second. Spike on the floor, plant, the tap coming through, but Leaf going to be dealt with, taken down. Pink,
Yeah, I think
Time is being bought. Karen dead, but Trent is unable to find.
I think they're screwed here, like.
Able to buy that little bit more time that they needed to try to just bleed out the clock. GenG G out 8-3 as we go into the last round.
Yeah, I say the last few matches, GenG G have looked unreal anyhow, to be fair. So I was half expecting them to win, but I was hoping G2 would put up a fight.
Icy had an opportunity to do some real damage with that swing out, but Lakia was aware of it, at least well enough.
I kind of call the next match, though. The next one could go either way. It's crazy. The Thieves Heretics game could go either way.
Really trying to punish G2 and expecting some aggression off their weaker buys. That's kind of been what G2 has been showing in some of those ecos so far.
Double up and outlaw set up here. GenG G just spending the bank.
Double up and an outlaw, man. And an Odin.
See if they can try to find some value. Texture starting to push forward. Icy here to reinforce. Jonah P with a flash at the ready. Gun barrel could be spotted early. Texture continues to swing. Shot's going to be sent. Texture pulls back around the corner. Knives at the ready.
Well, and you've got crack snipers like GenG G does. That case in point.
Meteor across the way, able to find one. Once again, that corner.
Didn't look. Didn't look.
Leap, able to gun down two. Playing off the alarm bot, getting that vulnerability across, and Icy finding Karen at the same time. Meteor and Lakia still standing.
They've done a me. Check no corners.
Into the site. Meteor trying to play forward, trying to find the pick. Spike gets planted. Hunter's Fury, however, tags up Lakia. Last one standing. Tries to
I thought somebody just spammed there.
Leap with 4 will get G2 up to the same score line as they get ready to go over onto the attack.
Yeah, just beautiful stuff from
Yeah,
GenG.
it's
Working
possible,
really
but
nicely. A lot of double fakes, like they were going to go back to B, but most of the
I
time
think
it was all
GenG
set up
just
for those
going to be
apex
too strong.
attempts.
We'll
They
see.
found a weakness in G2's defense. They didn't want to deal with Trent's Odin on the other side or any of those shenanigans. A was the game plan the whole way. In this round, you know, we credited GenG earlier for their ability to clear that corner. Well, this time they don't, and they pay the price. So credit to G2
Nice.
for doubling down on that position.
Solid, snappy reaction from Icy as well to get that pinch, but GenG still in a decent spot. G2, we know that they have that fight. We know they have the capability of running this back. For now, as we go into the halftime, send it back over to the analyst desk.
Let's see what they're going to see.
Decent recovery there from G2, but GenG's attack side, it is just too strong. I've got Kukuka and Mimi here with me. 8, you don't see that very often.
No, this was an excellent attack side out of GenG, and I think it all came down to these A site post plants. Clint was talking about it right at the end of the cast there, but round after round, this GenG squad was doing a really good job of pressuring in this default and finding this gap in the late round A takes. And once they got in these post plant positions, it seemed like they could not lose. The synergy between the players was excellent. They do a great job of establishing crossfires and finding the right timing to ping pong back in to these fights.
I mean, the thing that surprises me the most is the way that they found when to exactly freeze in the round. We saw G2 try in so many things, being aggressive, trying to challenge what GenG was doing round after round, and they came up on top. The time, it doesn't matter for them that much, and it's very complicated because now G2 has to give another kind of comeback. It has to be mental. So many of these rounds were down to 1 or 2 kills that they now have to do something crazy on the second half.
And Texture is playing like this. He had a ridiculous first half, finding so many critical first kills for GenG and closing out those rounds in the post plant. Like you said, G2, they are a team that has become known for the comebacks. But when they won 11 rounds in a row on Ascent, that was their defensive side. They have struggled on this attack thus far. And if they want that chance in the finals cleanly, they're really going to have to dig deep here.
Yeah, they do indeed, because GenG, they are just 1 half away from another back-to-back grand final. Achilles and Paperson, let's see if they can close this out.
Right now, looking good for the odds of GenG. G2, can they work that magic once again? Can they bring this back? Can they make this map competitive? Can they win another pistol?
We know they're capable of it, Achilles.
Let's see how they get on.
They could come back strong. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to do it against this GenG squad, who looks damn near unbeatable so far.
Pass hit over here towards B, but this is going to be just a triple push coming through. Over at Cat, tuck back from Meteor, shuts the door, dash forward, trying to create some space, trying to chase in and catch this Killjoy, but they're unable to do so.
Buying a lot of time though with his util here.
Paranoia connecting on a Meteor, holding him Vey here, back Gen. The double swing out now on a Heaven, Texture able to find that first kill. Meteor putting down Icy. Leap around the back, runs out of bullets, gets taken down. Trenton Valen, one apiece though.
Good defense work there, man.
Lakia, Meteor, everybody on GenG, tagged up a bit. Still a winnable position here for G2.
Yeah, GenG gonna have to play retake, it looks like. A lot of damage done though. Meteor on 6 HP, Lakia on 26, 78 for Texture, so these classics can absolutely...
Don't want to rotate, like, but...
They're all gonna...
A right click across the map.
Yeah.
Deal with 2 of them. Warning ping coming down, wary about somebody lurking forward here in B lobby. Close noise now, cut.
It was.
Footsteps.
And Silver stomped about.
Recon scouting, not going to be seeing much of anything there. Double tuck back into boats. GenG trying to flush them out. So they're going to be capable of in the rush forward. That's the first player dealt with. Lock Texture.
Well, they've done well there, mind.
Man standing just 6 HP. There's not a damn thing he can do about it. Trent with a 4K will start off the second half and get G2. This attacking pistol round win.
Yeah, it's a
I thought they blew it there, but they done well to fend them off.
So well those nanos set up with dual purpose. If there's an A main hit, or he can back out if there's a short hit, and delay, get the reinforcements. The reinforcements arrive, but those 2 kills buy enough space here for G2 to rotate over to B, and enough damage had been done that it was not hard to make those classics connect and give them a much needed pistol.
See if it can turn it round. I think I've got a canny hill to climb, like, but we'll see.
We go into the next one. Ping reveal out on one player, but no high pen weapons at the moment. Lock able to drift back away. Tries to take some space up into this smoke, but Icy not allowing for it. Takes him down.
I wasn't expecting him to push out there, mind.
His Meteor shoot apart by that nano swarm. Now down to 28 himself.
Alarm bot as well. Make sure that that angle is accounted for. Trent weak. Going for the plant, trying to get that Hunter's Fury fast-tracked as best as possible. 3 players in boats. Icy and then the Lurker of Leaf.
3 orbs off.
That's clever how they do all that as well, like swap the spike rounds so people get the ult points and stuff.
And 0 point. Try to check. Opens up with a little bit of spray. Meteor now going to be taken down. Finding a nice timing here is Icy. Swinging out. Getting rid of one of those sheriffs. Stopping them from dealing additional damage. G2 need this economic buildup. GenG seemingly just going to look to try to see if they can find some exit kills here against them. But swing onto the corner. Texture will be good for 1, but quickly gets put down, and Karon unable to finish off Trent, even though he's
They're on the trail.
G2 winning the follow-up, shortening that gap. Just 2 rounds separating.
Yeah, great start here for G2. We're gonna have a couple rifles to work with. The Bulldog and the Vandal for Trent. See what they want to do with Icy. He's gonna go for a stinger. The G2 classic. They love these stingers, and they're so destructive with them. GenG potentially a pivotal round. If they get bonused here, then it's game on.
Absolutely. I mean, even if they don't.
Even if they don't.
We'll see. It's been scrappy throughout. Even some damage dealt. G2 would widely be happy with that, but the conversion in their sights.
Have to use a flash there to check. Munchkin loves to play that angle, but Munchkin this time over in mid. Taking a little bit of damage in his exchange.
Head spotted, but kill cannot be collected. Meteor not even getting it down, pitch across. Leaf able to drift away. Keeping his life intact as Icy on the hunt. Noting Karon taking him down now, recovering the weapon. Vandal in hand, Texture dead. As Fallon finds the headshot. GenG in this position with the door shut on you. May just have to make the call to save. Munchkin trying to see if he can spot out anything. Shock dart sent.
Oh.
Icy with the counter spray. Finding Lakia. Meteor forced to tuck back. The recon ticking. But they just have to abandon it. G2 fighting back. The very clean start to their attacker side.
And they're able to isolate and knock down Karon. Oh, Meteor.
Oh.
Okay.
Stop it from being a flawless, but not much else to be done other than to drift away to try to hold on to this Phantom. Which G2 very well may go on the hunt. Looks like it's going to be a full rotate around towards the defender spawn.
But the big linchpin here for G2 is dealing with Karon. He has been so nasty behind Dice on A. He's
catching
so
up
tricky to displace. He's so good at reading your util, but the spot there, the TP gets red. There's nowhere else really for him to go. And G2 is just
That's mad.
Through. Some phenomenal utility to boot. GenG says, not the start we were looking for here on this defender side. Usually a side of the map that they're very good on.
Yeah. Rough showing here from GenG. Now just 1 round separating, so solo HSK looking to intervene. But right now, I mean, G2 are in a fantastic spot. Whichever way you try to slice it, I mean, cash aplenty, old cycles, much healthier from them. The closest thing you have for GenG is, you know, Texture's knives.
Right.
Hunter's Fury is already online here for Trent. Digging yourself out of this position, gonna prove to be difficult here for GenG.
No doubt about it.
I hope G2 do win this map, just to sort of take to the decider, make a game of it.
Maybe they're going to try to get a little bit aggressive or try to set up some trap plays potentially for G2. Something we haven't seen much of. They've just been getting demolished so far. These executes from G2 have been really well coordinated in their time off. And again, isolating the key players. It's a big part of what has made Gen G so difficult to deal with is players like Karan, players like Lakia on their respective ends. You know, Karan on A, Lakia on B. So difficult to clear. Meteor on B as well was absolutely disgusting against 100 Thieves. So a Bucky for Lakia.
Hello
Hey, Chris. How are you
I
doing?
wonder if they're going to try to tuck him into the cubby. Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Good morning.
No, just right here in front. See if Leaf ends up taking the bait.
Got a bookie.
Just a quick little jiggle out.
No info given over here. Either
Might be
way.
extra suspicious because there hasn't been any util used from the Sova.
Exactly.
The pull away, the drone going to be coming out. Lakia tucking back, does get revealed. Shock dart response. Just
Like I said, I would like G2 to make a game of this, but
spot that
the way Gen G have been playing lately, I think they're going to be too strong for them. But
swing onto the corner. Meteor somehow winning that one out.
I think I'm going to be more
Low protection now pushing forward, finding Talon. Full flash.
towards
Everybody, the Bucky is there. It's revealed and Lakia finds the kill now
Heretics
suddenly.
out of the 4 that's left.
As they regain their vision, Jonah P.
Well, the next game could go either way. The Thieves Heretics match could go either way.
It was a commit from G2, and it was shut down by Gen G.
Can he make it happen again? Can lightning strike? Not even 2, 5 times in the same tournament here for Jonah P.
30 seconds left.
Force the tuck back as the drone.
G2.
The push for the Pucky. It takes him down to 1.
They need to win this map.
Lakia dead on the floor.
It was the Lost Lotus.
As he can find
13-8.
kill. It just seems hopeless. Karen at the same time going on the hunt. Sheriff in hand.
So they really need to win
Time
this.
will dwindle down.
Yeah, this is
They were 8-4 going into the half, and they've pulled it back a bit, but
for Karan. Gonna scoop up that Vandal.
I just don't know how they keep getting away with it. How they keep
I don't
doing
know.
it.
I don't know.
be interested to see
Well,
if they can complete the comeback.
Gen G up to 9, and immediately after that round, a timeout going to be called by G2. Not liking how they let this one get away from them.
God, that win from Meteor on the stairs, so huge. And Texture, I
Well,
love
Gen
it.
G have just
Dash
been
over.
so good these last
Switch
few
there with
matches.
Munchkin. That flash, Jonah P catches everybody and his teammate, so they can't win that battle.
The one player who's not Flash is the guy holding a Bucky,
Yeah.
and he gets an instant headshot. Unfortunate scenes there for G2, but still not out of this.
Yeah, and Heretics, they had a bit of a slow start, but they've turned it on as well. So it could go either way, that game. It'll be a good watch.
Be here from the coaching staff.
Yeah, they've got a couple buys in the tank still, and they'll be getting that.
I think Gen G will win the tournament, though. I don't know. I just think they've been too good.
The Hunter's Fury getting close for Lakia, 2 away. So there's a few ults that are going to be potentially available for Gen G when they also come online for G2, depending on how they shake out. So your question is G2, what's your response going to be?
Yeah,
Is this gonna be some kind of
it could well be the final. Like I said, I think the Thieves Heretics could go either way. The way they played recently, it could go either way. Because they both seem to have turned it on in the last couple of games, but they've been,
if this is kind of a fast
the opposition haven't been
how clean can it be for
brilliant.
G2? A lot of those KJ bots at the front door, so it's going to be really difficult, potentially, for G2 to get through. Here we go.
Across, yeah, quick hit going to be coming through. Hunter's Fury.
That's mad how they do that. I wouldn't be able to even see, never mind do the movement that takes. It's crazy.
G2. Just rapid, ravenous from them.
Planted.
As Texture getting spammed out, pushes on the corner, is able to find one, but tag low once again. Pull back here from Trent. Gonna be noted, but not gonna be dealt with. Munchkin on the edge, Trent, however, able to find 2. Karen, he gets valid, and now it's Trent. They know exactly where he is. Tapping to the fuse, the swing. Trent snappy with a headshot, able to find it.
No, he's got it.
Puts Karen down to 57, but he cannot interrupt it. Gen G will hold the
Oh,
and get to
it was
double
so
digits.
close hitting them there as well.
It's just the tremendous firepower that Gen G has can win them rounds they have no business winning, and you can see on Trent's face the frustration. A very winnable round, a beautiful execute. The up and over from Icy, the Hunter's Fury into boats to clear the space. But Munchkin is nasty. One of 3 players on this team that has over 1,000 kills in Pacific.
That's mad.
They are just so fearsome with rifles in hand. And then, like you said, Texture had the identification onto Trent's position. So they're able to just
Literally must have drew around him there.
It's just back-to-back timeouts having to be burned.
I think it's because they knew they should have added.
Now in a very rough position.
Like you said, when Jet got on site and made the space, they shouldn't have lost that really. It was just Munchkin pinging heads.
And this is a team that has been so good mentally throughout this tournament. And so certainly this is another big test for them. It's a gut check. See how ready they are.
Yeah, but like I said, they've done well this off, to be honest. They have came back a bit, but
take it to a third map, take us to Icebox, but now GenG has the operator, has the Odin in play. And that's when things get really scary because Texture typically very, very clean with it. Lakia absolutely nasty on B with the Odin, as a lot of the Sovas are. So this is going to be tricky. Flash up and over. Find a little space. Yeah.
Oh, Texture trying to go for the very aggressive peek. As Valorant TPs across over into 1.
Gonna have to use the smoke to clear himself out of wine there. Out onto the drone. Lakia gonna clear it.
Let's get rid of that turret. More spray coming in. Counter drone.
they're all pretty spread out here.
Leaf in the meantime. Scale forward in mid. Just tucked away at bench with that alarm bot. Right there around the corner. Ready to alert them.
It's gonna take gunfire if that is gonna be the direction that G2 were to push, but it looks like for now, they're gonna flirt with Tree a bit. Munchkin tucked in the back corner again. Great flash.
Right for the flash, the dash in.
Nice.
Taking the kill. See a little bit more damage taken, but solid entry. They get rid of Munchkin. And now, they go ahead and they start stomping their way up into mid. Turn towards market. Still though, Lakia sat here, Odin in hand. The push gets ready to come through. Meteor tucked over at Lumber, but it's going to be Lakia collecting them all. 3 kills, Meteor with 2. And GenG now just
turn them around there, didn't they?
From another grand final.
And the positioning here is so good. GenG understanding the space that they're giving up so well. I mean, Munchkin, this is a great read from G2. Munchkin's played that spot and ruined a few team rounds from that position.
That's mad.
You got this great crossfire. Never gets identified. A great one-way there as well. And they're able to just spray them down. So smart from GenG. And once again, their defender side starting to really click. Starting to really shut G2 out of this.
And look at where the economy's at for G2. It's Glass Cannon from Jonah with a Phantom. Knives pop for Icy.
Trent's got an Odin.
Playing out in mid here for the time being. Drone over the top, peeking in towards bench. Quick clear on the turret. Texture not ready to swing off the back of that. Leaf able to drift away.
Look at this. Lakia is the one playing towards A main now. Gonna use this drone to check. Has to clear wine. Valen gonna use that opportunity to back off.
Null Command gonna be sending Munchkin. Able to shut down Jonah P. Left on the floor, but quick trade out. Icy finds a headshot. Lakia reinforcing. Finishing him off, and Texture holding the line over at B. So very patient. Chase coming in.
I think it's pretty much game over.
Out the knives, not wanting to hold on to them any further. Hunter's Fury crashing across. Here's Karen, just tries to hold him at bay, but Icy able to displace. 3v3 now as Meteor tries to go for the wide swing, but Trent able to shut it down.
30 seconds left.
A 2v3 with an operator in play here. Shock dart sent to delay. But still, 24 seconds remaining. Knives could be popping Texture as they look for this re-entry.
Spike planted.
The Odin spray from Trent leaves Texture now all on his lonesome. Has to dash back. The Paranoia connecting. 2 players dangerously low here on the side of G2 as Icy just tucks back. Drifting down, spotting 1, but he cannot find a target. G2 persevere in the round. They keep it.
They've done well playing that one back as well, to be honest.
They still need to close back 3.
Unbelievable. The fact that they're able to come back after losing a couple players early, trying to slam their way through short, and able to do so just barely. This Hunter's Fury trying to set up Karan for this push out of Gen. But Karan's been a little bit off. hasn't really found that impact that he normally has for Gen G on this map.
Yeah.
It's only 8 and 12, got 15 assists. He's doing a good job in that department, but he
Should have
hasn't
had some
found those
breakfast, really.
incredible multi-kill rounds that you almost have been used to seeing from this rookie.
I mean, G2 have been doing well to shut him down, to not give him those opportunities.
Oh my
Texture.
God.
Oh, Leaf just around the corner. The Odin as well. Set up. Spray coming down. He knows that there's somebody.
Oh, what's a cheeky one.
Leaf taken down. His Texture continues to be.
That was a shot, that, man. I love it. Love to be able to do stuff like that, like.
Confident in those swings. Time and time again.
Crazy.
This tournament, we've seen insane op plays from Texture. It's all a bit of a ruse.
He's back on the line. Trent not wanting to give him another chance. Pulls away. He's going to look to make his exit. Texture still swinging, but will not be able to spot him. Jonah P at the same time, pushing forward into tree, able to find Meteor. Now again, we turn our sights over towards Charon. Still looking to try to find that value. Jonah P pushing up through window, able to find one. Charon going to be noted here in hell.
So he's dead.
Up over the top. Catches a glimpse, shock dart.
No, he done well there with the arrow, to be fair. Pushed him out.
Munchkin now dead. Jonah just
Stuff like that, man. It's unreal. Unreal how they do all that shit.
keeps them in this.
30 seconds left.
Texture, no further value to be found with that up. G2 to be keeping things so very close, just 2 rounds
Yeah, he's just
separating.
gonna hide me.
We wait for the spike to explode.
Oh, they're just doing
Closer
such a
than I
good
thought.
job of working the map. The ops on the other side, but there's so much attention. That Odin keeping a couple extra players of Gen G in that direction. And Karan continues to really struggle to find value, but it's not entirely his fault. It's more, I'd say, G2 just doing a great job of identifying his positions and knocking him down. There's util to displace him early, to send him into hell. And once they've got him boxed in, there's no help available.
Jump out. Texture ready for it. Ping's coming down, but spike going to be detonating quite soon here. In fact, it's going to be a smoke out from Valen to lock off that spawn position. They know that they don't want to lose any of these rifles that they have in their hands. Don't want to give Texture that extra bit of energy, that extra momentum. But for now, G2, they're the ones who are starting to build it up. Just 2 rounds separating. Another timeout call here from Gen G.
Yeah, I think this is a really good idea. You've got to address this A site. You've got to find ways to keep G2, especially with this short position, from taking control. They're doing such a good job of bodying whoever's trying to lock that area down and really just having their way through. And then Jonah P this time finding that open space to clear out glass and come towards heaven. Take a player down for free. So certainly something Gen G needs to figure out, because when it comes to B, Meteor and Laki have been really, really good at keeping G2 from finding that extra space, from finding any real success. So now you need to change up how you're setting things up. You need to find a way to make sure that you can set Karan up for success, bail him out a little bit, maybe throw some util at those doors. We've seen some attempts from Meteor. So far it hasn't really worked. It hasn't really flustered G2 at all. And it is going to be Sheriffs and an operator for Gen G.
Well, reassessing. Munchkin saying, you know what? Feeling like a Guardian.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with this gun.
Decides to pick it up. We'll see if any of the ultimates otherwise come into play here for the side of Gen G. Null Command and the Lockdown both available to him.
And a complete change up in the formation here for Gen G. 2 in mid, Meteor and Texture on A. You're leaving Munchkin on his own at B.
Pop
So see if
smokes
this
there.
change will work.
But clear the turn and Texture. Laser
Oh, how, really?
The repeat, Jonah not ready for it. He falls down. 2-man advantage here available to the side of Gen G. Quick shot dart forward, clearing out some of that util, but Paranoia crashing across. Gonna hold him at bay. It's Icy forward.
Jesus.
Lock in, Karen, both take it down. Meteor able to find one, but now it's all Icy. 3 from him. A chance of the ace. Texture creeping forward. Comes back here into hell. The Guardian unable to find the damage.
So
Clear out. 0 point to try to check close, but no one going to be noted. Full util available here to Munchkin. It's going to be flash over the top. Texture leading the peak. Opportunity not given to him, but gets a bit of damage there on the Trent. Right through the back of Gen. Cloudburst sent the try and delay, the push forward, looking for the angle. Nothing landing spot. They know that they're both in hell.
Oh, got him.
Chance of the ace. Push onto the corner. Munchkin finding one, but time working against them. The swing out.
Nice.
1 round separating as Icy keeps them in this series.
How many times are they going to win these 3v5s?
Awesome, that man.
Stuff from G2. Yes, the buy is weaker for GenG, but he catches
That's
the
mad.
timing. No gun.
How we got away with that?
Util in hand for Lakia, and that breaks things open. And now G2 right on the precipice of turning these things around again.
That was well played, that man.
Second map. They seem to just find their groove. They seem to find another level.
Second map, second half. Unreal here from G2. 1 round separating. As they look to tie things up and take the lead from there. Push up from Texture. He's glass cannon just to try to get another operator into play. But they're not giving them the time of day whatsoever. Paranoia across. Munchkin having to pull back. Hunter Sphere going to be opened up as well. But Icy shut down. Meteor not allowing him to find that value. Munchkin sprayed, taken out, but is going to be resible, but in such a rough position, just out in front here of main. Paranoia for the time being will slow up the approach here from G2. 2 players still positioned here in towards tree. Texture trying to set up as Munchkin bleeds out.
Great smoke.
You should run.
He's been noted, so there you go. Lockdown now in play. Lock in, no Hunter's Fury to try to reply, but Meteor sends his own. Trying to neutralize things, and Meteor swinging out wide, able to take down Trent. Spots another one.
Nice.
Attacking every 4 players are detained, but so too is Valen. He can't do anything about it. He could have picked them all off, but he also gets caught.
Well, TB.
Class.
Across the map. Valen arriving at B. The plant to come through.
That was brilliant.
For the IGL to be the hero.
Had them all stunned where he got stunned as well.
The drone forward. It spots him out. He has to tuck back. He's tagged down to 12. GenG G just not giving him the opportunity. Would be the most unreal thing that we have ever witnessed, but he's unable to find the first. Some damage dealt, but the defuse comes in. GenG get themselves up to match point.
A great change up here from GenG, willingly giving up some of that short space to set up Meteor for that initial kill. Karan doing a good job with his utility to buy time after Munchkin goes
Match
down,
point.
to allow that execute to happen. The Paranoia into a smoke. The counter lockdowns here work a treat.
This is mad.
Lakia for this flank.
It must have just been too late to knock it out.
The lockdown, it can't be cleared. Everybody caught.
Like another second there.
If he gets the TP out to safety, he could just run at them. 1, 2, 3, 4. On a silver platter.
That was mad.
Caught just by the edge of it. And that could be the death of G2 here in this upper bracket.
It's always narrow margins between the good teams. Are they going to
push
Not
forward.
again. No way he does it again.
Turn at the ready, cleared out. And he nails it! Texture! He does not miss those!
How? How?
That is unreal. He's just practiced that shot a million times, and he does not miss.
Peeks back in. Through market, Icy, dead. Recon ping.
I think it's
And Texture on
GG's here, mind.
He holds it down, and Karen finds Jonah P. 2 players left. It's falling to pieces for G2.
I think it's GG's.
Can they do this?
All 5 players
Oh, he
alive,
saw
and
him.
Munchkin catching a glimpse. Pings it out. The Paranoia through. Just letting him know. We're well aware.
Oh, no.
Meteor on the hunt. The headshot found. Valen dead. Trent, last one alive. Pushes forward. He's able to find Munchkin, but now he's all on his lonesome. Karen at hell. Taking some pot shots. Trent trying to challenge the fight. Trying to go for the wide swing. And Karen finds it.
GG's.
2-0. GenG. They get themselves into back-to-back grand finals.
The consistency has been unbelievable for GenG. They have fought tooth and nail all year to get to this point, and they are on the precipice of potentially getting Pacific their first ever championship. seemingly with one of the best opportunities since Paper Rex at Copenhagen in 2022. Can they do it? This team looks unstoppable, unflappable, unbelievable.
And for G2, down but not yet out. Still a chance for them to clash versus GenG G once again, much like Sentinels did before them in that grand final, if they can just survive through that lower bracket. For GenG G, it's a second opportunity with the draft advantage, with this 5-player core that is just looking like the most consistent team in the world to try and take home a trophy. Fear it, run from it. Your Korean overlords arrive all the same.
This team is just incredible in so many different ways, individually skilled. Munchkin's doing such a phenomenal job with these change-ups, starting to read the map well.
Yeah, I had a feeling GenG G would be too strong. I was hoping G2 would get that second map though, take it to the third.
8 kills for him, 13 deaths, massive score lines from these talented fraggers.
They're just unbelievable, some of them shots, man. Crazy.
That GenG has put together, and what a job Solo and HSK have done for this squad.
Now let's talk about the coaches for a moment. Yeah, Solo now. Another international tournament appearance from him. Didn't get to see him the last couple years. He was over in Tier 2. He was trying to bring up the likes of Damwon Gaming. Couldn't make it happen. But now
Mad.
Back on an international stage, already confirming a top 2 finish once more.
He's done it every time.
Yeah.
New turn when he's playing.
He and Lakia, if we excuse the time that he played one map with the RX. But what an incredible squad that they have been able to put together here. But for G2, excited to see how that run back comes through. We know that those players have the tenacity. We know that this is going to light a fire under their asses, and they are going to look to rally back in that lower bracket. But of course, it's not that much time to prepare, and they don't yet know who they're.
I didn't think that.
No, I mean, I have no doubts about this.
I thought it was just the winners of these would play the final, but it looks like there's another game.
Tremendous ability to stay in the match mentally and physically, to really push their opponents to the limit.
The winners play each other and the losers play each other, and then I'm guessing there's a. So there is another chance for them. I just assumed they were out after this.
Texture just completely dialed in.
Or not getting in the final, sorry.
Working them down to be able to close things out. GenG G, an incredible performance from them to be able to get this 2-0. G2, we'll see more from them tomorrow in best-of-5 fashion. For now, let's go ahead and hear from Meteor over on stage.
It's another fantastic performance from GenG, which means they have secured their second grand finals on the international stage this year. I'm Yingsun. I'm joined here by Meteor from GenG. Luna is going to do some translations, and so will Jen as well. I got to just ask you straight off the bat, back-to-back grand finalists. How does this one feel compared to the last?
连续2次能够进入到总决赛，现在感受怎么样呢？
2연속 결승전인데요. 이번 결승전에 대해서 어떻게 느끼고 있나요?
지금 저희 폼이 굉장히 좋아서 결승은 갈 거라고 생각은 하고 있었고 마드리드 때 저희가 실수를 해서 졌기 때문에 이번에는 실수 없이 꼭 우승하고 싶습니다.
We're playing our best game in a good form, so we were pretty confident that we were going to make it to the grand finals. But back in Madrid in grand finals, we made a lot of mistakes. So if we do play a clean game, then it's going to be, winning the whole thing.
It could be their tournament, like.
因为之前可能我们会觉得现在我们的状态非常
Right, guys, I'm gonna quickly run in and grab another cuppa and stuff. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then I'm not sure if I'm assuming the next match will just come straight on. I don't think they'll hang about, will they? So we'll give that a watch. Be back in a more. Right, we're back. Sorry about this.
All of playing more Fade than anyone else, of playing double initiators with
Oh,
the
it's
same
bloody freezing today.
So much of that comes back to you.
Isn't it, man?
Right now, he is looking like a top 3 initiator player in the world, pretty much, which is ridiculous to say because this is his first season. When we talked this morning about the players coming up in the rookie year, this is a guy who lost the Americas final to who became G2 and his comeback, gotten his contract.
Yeah, so they're getting set straight up for the next one. Good stuff.
Beyond just like the gameplay and the role he plays, he's also a super vocal guy who's definitely helping out Lucio with some of the mid-round calling and ideas for the team.
I mean, this is the thing though. Who wins? 1 America's rookie or 4?
Be interesting to see the on-stage battle between Bucio and Benji.
Back to Mika Fabs and hear what Panatek had to say.
I can see them giving each other some stick.
I'm here right now with Panatek of Team Heretics. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. It's always been my dream to play in the arena, and it's about to happen.
Oh my gosh, I can feel the excitement from you, you know? You came in as a stand-in for Team Heretics. You guys are now in top 4 here at Masters Shanghai. Can you let me know how the team continues to set you up and set everybody else up for success here?
I think it just vibes mainly, and I would give a shout out to Boo for like controlling everything and being the IGL that he is. I think like without him the success that the whole team has wouldn't be possible. But when it comes to me, I'm just a stand-in, like I'm gonna dip out after the event, so hopefully we can show good gameplay in the arena and hopefully we'll win.
And excited to see those vibes on that stage. Good luck.
Thank you.
He's not just a stand-in. I refuse to let him get away with saying that. He's the super sub. He's done it all before with his team as well. And after this tournament, I'm going to be super mad if nobody picks him up permanently. Like, really mad.
I would be very surprised because he has proven that no matter the situation, no matter the expectations that are set for the rest of the team, he's going to deliver. He merged so well with all the ideas. I love the fact that he's also giving props to Boo for helping the entire situation come to fruition.
Yeah, he has, I think, been absolutely critical in them making this run. Honestly, very similar to EU. He's a guy who came in on the initiator role and I think has slotted in absolutely perfectly with this team. I think the synergy he has shown with Woot, who's also switching on to a kind of a new role for him to play at Tier 1, has been great. And beyond just that, it's the individual performances too, right? He's winning out in these clutch late rounds. He's putting up consistent multi-frag rounds for a sub player that people thought would be kind of a deficit for this team to not be able to play with Miniboo. He has absolutely proved his worth.
And it's also the vibes. He was mentioning it, you know, how things are just flowing, how they're just having fun, especially when things work. We understand that that happens. But I think that I agree, Sue. I'll be very, very surprised if going back home, people are not going to realize how much Panatek can bring onto a team. Because hear me out, for Heretics it's not over. It's like we're saying goodbye to them, but they could still very well win this tournament.
They absolutely could. And beyond just who he is as a player, I think we have to zoom out for a second and remember that going into this event, this team was playing without Miniboo, who so many of their game plans are built around. They have all these neon cons, these unique things that are all based off of this guy. Yeah. He dips out of the roster. They make massive changes, players on new roles, a sub coming in, and they look just as good and have risen to the moment here in Shanghai. It's been an insane run.
It has been indeed, but I'm with you here. We're acting as if like maybe they could just win the whole thing.
It looks like at some point, right, we were talking about how maybe they will believe they can win this tournament. And it looks like the people, us, me, sometimes, we think, hey, when are these 5 guys going to stop? This was supposed to be a tournament run that was not supposed to happen. We see in them 5, Rians, Benji, and Wood, the youngsters coming in. The performance that we saw from Rians when he first went onto Madrid was electric. And Wood, what he's doing here, it literally looked like there's a new level of difficulty each time the Team Heretics goes to an international event.
Absolutely. And when they played against Foot, they proved just how good they were. Coming off of that massive loss to G2, I think their mental absolutely took a 180. And they looked great here. I think that on that bind, they whipped out a new comp. They actually stole the 100 Thieves comp and went out and it played great. Their executes on the attacking side were absolutely sublime. It looked super well rehearsed.
So here's the thing, Mimi, right? They changed the composition from like one day to another, maybe a couple of days. Now they've had a bit of a break that has some days off to prepare very, very well for this match. And we're seeing with Minibu and how he has been supporting day after day with tweets, with stream, just being literally part of the team.
Absolutely, and you heard Patty in the last post-match interview that he gave when they got their win to make it here, that
he's
they
the best
feel
in
the
the history?
presence. He did say that, but he also said that they were feeling the presence of Minibu and how much he's doing to hype this team up, even though he's not
That is
here
a
in China.
fairly big arena, that, like.
Boo was talking about. He's still in the group chat. You know, he's still sending his support. He skipped school to watch party.
Saying, hey guys, let's go down for breakfast.
Honestly, like I feel like I can feel the presence of Mini Boo here. I feel like, but this is the thing.
Is this Mini Boo in the room with you now?
Yeah.
Where is he? Where? I mean, Boo is always behind you. That's the meme we have in EMEA. But this is the thing, though. How good are Heretics right now? Because if you look at the opponents that they've had to go up against, and then you look at the opponent 100 Thieves have to go up against, do you feel like there's been any sort of like fair assessment for you to confidently say that Heretics could do what we want them to do today?
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to do that, if they're going to go on a run here, I think it does really come down to this guy, the rookie, Voot. He has come onto his first ever global event, and he's lighting the world on fire. Look at those stats. #1 in pretty much everything thus far.
I think it's crazy. Again, day in, day a day. We keep talking about him, but everybody should be surprised because of the performance that he's bringing, how he's merging so well, how he's understanding everything, how everything looks like it is not a problem. This is not a fix. This is just them on their A competition.
Absolutely. But for Team Heretics, to answer your question, Sue, I think if they are playing at their best, they could beat anyone here in this tournament. But right now, in front of the biggest crowd that we have ever had in Valorant, the pressure is on them, and we've seen them crumble under it a couple times before this tournament. So I really think that it's going to come down to the resiliency, the mental, and what they've cooked up in these few days off.
Especially for 100 Thieves, having a little bit of a break, reading onto everything that Heretics is doing, with how clean they came into the tournament, with their map pool, and how they understand the game so efficiently, is going to be very complicated for Heretics to get this win.
Well, that's enough from us. Let's send it down to the stage and bring out our teams in this elimination match. It's 100 Thieves and Team Heretics.
Here we go. This is a fucking idiot, isn't he? Let's see what Benji does. See if he's wearing his stupid hat. And if Boo's going, is it Boo that wears the glasses? That hat, man. What the fuck?
It has not been an easy road for either of these teams to get here to this point, but only one can advance tomorrow. Only one can survive, and it all comes down to who will not crumble under the pressure.
Boostio is the only player in this tournament who has lifted a global trophy before, with a completely new team around him, coming back into Masters Shanghai.
Find Sunset Icebox.
And do it again.
Man, oh man, we were talking about the bind and how last time that Heretics played it, they decided to swap up the composition and copy something, you know, very familiar. Actually, 100 Thieves run. I wonder, you know, how easy this decision was for 100 Thieves. They're finally going to teach them how it's done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100 Thieves, it has been their best map. It's what got them through the playoffs in Americas. It has been super clean. Look Looking ahead, though, we have a super strong suit for Team Heretics. They are on a streak right now, 6 wins in a row on Sunset.
I mean, I believe they are the best Sunset team in this entire tournament. I cannot see
For them,
anyone
it's
else
very
better than
easy.
them.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Sunset's open, we pick Sunset. Everything has worked. The opposition that they found ways to shut it down time and time again. And it's one of the maps where Wood is feeling comfortable, where everybody is playing in the best role that they could.
If we get to a third map, Icebox, I think it's really even ground.
This could go either way. It should be a good game.
Good there with their kind of Gecko Sova comp that they've been bringing out. But we've also seen good things from Team Heretics. For me, this is a map pool where each of these teams should be expected to win one map. Bind clearly favors 100 Thieves. Sunset clearly favors Heretics. We should expect a map 3.
I just don't see a world where we don't get map 3. I think there has to be some humongous upset going on if we don't get that.
Yeah, but it all starts with that bind, as we're saying, the way the 100 Thieves interprets the map, the composition that they build, and how everything falls into place. Do not go crazy. Crow is going to be playing on the Brimstone, but his performance and the way that he defends this map is impeccable, Mimi.
It absolutely has been throughout this run. 100 Thieves on their bind, their defense in particular, I think that's where they are absolutely world class. The timings they pick for the proactive reclears, the way that they're denying the plants on A, combining their util to AT, they are so well rehearsed with this composition. But with a few days off, I'm excited to see what both these teams have prepped against their opponent.
Well, let's take a look at now of Agent Select, because you heard it there from Neil before. They have explicitly changed their game plans, changed the way they do things for the teams they're facing. And Kakuka, they've had time.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, for this exact composition, is going to be very complicated because of the time.
Person per person.
That 100 Thieves, and you know, they know exactly the reason why they started. I understand that Neil and the rest saw this composition and was like, this is very good. We can make it work with the people that we have. But I'm looking at players, for example, like Rion. His performance is so brilliant, and other initiators, I want him to keep up.
Oh, I can't wait to see what we're going to get. And it's time to send this over to your casters. Show some love. It's Doug and Baby Day.
Thank you so much, Jinsu. A pleasure to be here with you all. Dre, we've got to talk about the comps right off the bat, because mirror matchups, the Des mentioned it. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, clearly the blueprint of 100 Thieves is being used by Heretics, and usually it's the master that outshines the apprentice, Doug.
Yep.
So going into this, you have to kind of give the favor to 100 Thieves.
But if there's anything that Heretics have shown us throughout this tournament, is that they may be young, they may be inexperienced, but the future very well may be now. I mean, like,
yeah.
And what a moment to seize something like that.
I mean, going into this tournament, it was 5 boys, but going into this match specifically, it's 5 guys, and they are so matured and ready for anything ahead of them. And
Heretics.
It's going to be a slow approach.
Yeah, Heretics
You
on
got
the
a foot
attack side.
gun?
The Viper Wall has already been sent towards A short, but everyone else from the EMEA seed posted up B. Wingman to pave the way. The orb is going to get scooped up, and Dre, I think we're going to see a lot of that. A lot of Rians funneling all that utility, trying to get that Thrash online as much as he possibly can.
I think the cool thing is, though, is that this hookah crunch is coming out in full effect right now. That flash connected.
Bang was in such a good spot. He's still alive. Meanwhile, Busio over the top, able to clean up 2 of his own, but Boo has found some space. Yeah, he's damaged. He's battered. Asuna satcheling away after getting his 2, leaving Patatek on an island with the 70 HP and shrouded and covered by the smoke, trying to find comfort in it, but as it dissipates, the gunfire erupts, the pistol the way of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, the IGL and the main duelist of 100 Thieves just going absolutely nuclear on the B site. It got scrappy, it was chaotic all over, smokes everywhere, but Busio with this opening and the 2-fer. Just beautiful work.
Oh,
Asuna here to get the
them
trade.
shots,
Boo
man.
got a lot of work done on this attack side pistol. He was like,
Dirty.
he took out Bing.
He's off.
Kind of lackluster with his aim, but
I'm seeing it'll be interesting to see if Benji gives him it back.
split from Team Heretics. They creeped up into hookah as all the main chaos was B long. It was really good attempt from Heretics.
Yeah.
Just got thwarted by the good utility and the poise from 100 Thieves.
And honestly, when you're on a stage this big, when the stakes
It's
are
mad
this
they picked
high,
exactly
it's
the same
often
team,
magic,
like,
it's
but
often the heroics that decide and separate the 2 squads. So, I mean, if that's what it continues to come down to, we'll be in for a treat. Benji Fishy, speaking of magic, an opener on a cryo with the Sheriff.
And that's not something you see every day from the side of Cryo. Usually he just completely decimates you in short A like that.
Let's send one.
Whiffing a little bit, not quite warmed up yet on this main stage, how we were talking about. Speaking of who is warmed up, I'm Boostio, who, I mean, we all know him as a world champion. He comes ready to play every single day.
It seems like they're going to have to be tested on that, whether or not they're ready to hold the site. As 100 Thieves have started to rotate members over, Boo falls. The plan is denied. But now, Asuna trying to get
that up.
Not able to fully clear, but still gets his kill, still gets the damage done.
He's doing that thing again, Doug, where he just shakes his crosshair all over and just seems to obliterate the opposition, but this is really costly.
This is way more expensive than it should have been. For it to come down to a 1v1 in a situation like this, EU has been a hero for 100 Thieves, often unsung. He's going to have to make a big play here. A safe
Did he pick your gun up? Yeah.
Through the TP, will be able to get the spike down.
Got a Guardian.
He's going to know here that EU should be coming from CT because that TP was not hit as well on the counter.
A big moment here for one of the newcomers, one of the fresh faces on this squad.
Fid v Fid.
It's just going to be so hard for EU to have to clear out everything. That's why you see him creeping up elbow right now. But the timer is just ticking and ticking.
With 57 HP as well. Doesn't really have time to figure this out. Doesn't really have the health.
I mean, Patatek could be literally anywhere for him. It's just a mystery. This eye might be able to get him the info, but it falls just short.
And so Patatek's able to stay concealed and wait for his right moment to strike. The tap is a dare to swing.
It's
and
over.
It goes undetected. It goes unchecked. Yeah, unbelievable. A thrifty thing to start us off like this. Wow.
That rifle will not be saved going into this round, but you're absolutely correct. And it was that opening from Benji Fishy onto Cryo that just allowed them to creep up short, get the upgrade on the weapon, and Benji actually gets another one after.
Some cheeky shots going on, mind.
So Asuna, I mean, he did all he could.
Yeah, take a look at the MasterCard Thrifty once more. It really boiled down to the 1v1, and honestly, it was time that decided it. It wasn't really about guns as things concluded.
Maybe giving Boostio as good as he gets.
What seemed like was going to be a strong start for the defense has already turned its head.
Completely taken away. And now we're seeing the showers pushed with the eye coming through. That will be the info, but doesn't look like 100 Thieves want to do anything off of that. A little worried about the default play from Heretics from the last two rounds. Here comes the explosion.
There's the recon. Phantoming in.
All of the pressure in through showers will push him off the space.
But Doug, with that, they get all the info. You know that there's 2-3 members of 100 Thieves. There's just a free B site.
And that's a free kill for Bang. Benji Fishy tried joining up with the rest of his team, but he was not allowed in. Meanwhile, Heretics, cutting their losses, turn their attention towards the site. They get the spike down. Remember, 100 Thieves don't have much here. It's a Spectre in the hands of Boostio, who's more than halfway to his ult. That Thrash is so valuable. It's so important. Can there be another conversion? Now Asuna will fall. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to put up the exact same fight, the exact same damage. I'll find you. Threes apiece, and members of 100 Thieves are so weak. Heretics are doing such a good job at avoiding this mess. One enemy remaining.
Cheeky wall bangs, man. That's a grenade as well, that mine.
Closes out the round, and Heretics, learning from their mistakes in the last series they played, a lot of their downfall, even though there barely was any, was on those post-plant scenarios where it kind of just slipped away. Like a 4v2, I think I remember Foot had on them. So this time playing a more disciplined game, using the guns to their advantage and the crossfires to their advantage. And yeah, they were pinched from Hookah and CT, but it didn't really matter because of the way that they set up.
One enemy remaining.
And so Heretics are able to avoid disaster. They're able to avoid another...
That was clear, that one.
And not only that, Dre, you take a quick look at the way the ultimates are starting to stack. There's a lot coming this way.
Yeah, that eco round was a blessing in disguise for Heretics. Able to build that economy, able to build up those...
Be interesting to see what the picks are after the update.
On 4 players of 100 Thieves, and Asuna is sitting on that showstopper, so might be able to do a lot of damage. But if you look at the game plan from Heretics, they're waiting for the...
A lot of changes coming.
See the Utes will go up. That's confirmation that there's space, and Woot's satchels away.
He's out of there.
No damage dealt.
And here's the reaction, instantaneously, walking up short. It's gonna just be an A-pop. No one's gonna be here to support the anchors of the A site.
The space has been given up. It's using utility soaring over the site, but Cryo holding the line.
Couple of shots there and amongst that as well.
Left to answer and to deliver. Once more, 3v3. You see the members of 100 Thieves, they're weak. The Nightfall causing problems. They can't hear a damn thing. EU falls. So does Boostio. All of the weight on Bane's
Nice.
shoulders, and it's crippling.
Cryo, he was so steady in that moment. But I can't really beat around the bush. That backside fight from Team Heretics, it was just too clean. The utility was layered. The nade to dissuade everybody here. I mean, Cryo, he stood amongst it, but
He just took it.
for the follow-up. I mean, you see Asuna just
Managed to
run
get
into
two.
the Brim Molly with the Brim Molly stacked on top of it.
It's cooked.
The fade, he literally got cooked to a crisp. And then Benji Fishy looking crispy as well with those nice shots at the end. A really good start so far from Team Heretics, and they have an opportunity to really take this one away.
Right there.
And this is so weird. It's so foreign to see 100 Thieves on the defensive side struggle the way we're seeing them struggle like this.
On bind, no less. Oh, that suck nade is going to be really good, but Woot manages to stay alive, and that
How do you avoid that?
The punish is gone.
And even if they do punish Woot there, Patatek is right there behind him, geared and ready with his crosshair to get any type of trade.
Meanwhile, pressure towards Long.
The game plan going into this for Heretics is looking so good right now. Just checking every single extremity, waiting for the hookah push. I mean, the walkdown did catch off Benji Fishy that one round, but now they're just way ahead. And all this fade utility, it's all fake, but it rotated 4 players of 100 Thieves here, so Boostio is here with a Sheriff.
I mean, this is going to be a tough hold. They got the Mosh across
Yeah, the two of them.
They just played 100 Thieves.
Got pushed by 2.
They're going to be able to, I mean, essentially stroll their way onto the site. Yeah, they'll put out some precursory utility, but by and large, this is unmolested.
Benji Fishy and Woot, if they can get a lot of these eco kills, you're going to see a lot of ults online. Patatek has them absolutely pincered in. 100 Thieves, if they don't speed up on this retake, Doug, they're going to die.
Yeah, but how do you speed up? I mean, you've got a Stinger,
the
you've got
rules.
a Guardian.
Oh, man.
You don't really have room to breathe. You don't really have safe space. Nice shot out from Cryo. That's a big one. But is there more magic? Forced to pull a rabbit out of their hat. As again, utility goes up. 100 Thieves need to go forward here. They need to try to find some space. Woot over the top, and this might be it. Boo's left alone, but time is so short. 100 Thieves forced to make a play.
Oh!
So good. The Red Bull clutch for Team
Bloody hell, man.
Boo coming up huge once more for his team.
Fade should have had him there. Fade should have had
A
that.
little scrappy. Almost slipped away from right underneath them. So clutch though, the 1v2.
How did he survive this?
To Woot for weathering the storm in this showers area, and then Patatek for
Using these
keeping
pad
4
things to
members
get out of the
of
way
100
of it.
Thieves at that A
That's
site.
mad.
That's what gave Boo the opportunity to run the clock down low and actually just maximize on the 1v2. And just like that, we're gonna have our first time out of the series.
He's quieting down, isn't he?
Is in.
Wind your neck in, mate.
I mean, rightly so. Now Zixie's gonna get active on the mic, or Zixie's gonna get active on the mic, tell his team what he thinks the adaptation should be. And you can totally tell the Heretics are just waiting for those re-aggressive timings of 100 Thieves, and then taking the space and winning the util exchange like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're 1000% prepared. You mentioned earlier in the map that it seems like their game plan going into this is airtight, and other than the pistol, which, you know, can really go either which
It's
way.
RNG sometimes.
Yeah, 1000%. Other than the pistol going 100 Thieves' way, I mean, it's been all Heretics since.
And the crazy thing is we're not here if there's no eco around, because all of a sudden you give 100 Thieves all the momentum,
right?
And they're gonna roll away with it. So a really important round on that eco, Thrifty. And you just see them flourishing because of it. Should be another slow approach from Heretics. And for the side of 100 Thieves, looks like they're just gonna play the util exchanges here on B long and play a little bit more back this time, having EU play rotator. So that is the main change that we're seeing so far. EU is sitting in spawn with that Fade ultimate to maybe help out with the flood, or maybe just get ahead of the actual hit itself. That eye can come in, smokes are up, people might not even have to be exposed to get kills. Double Roombas into Hookah. Molly to answer back.
Right there. I wonder how much 100 Thieves try to invest here, if they're willing to try to flood and take the site hit on, or if they want to try to play for retake, or Woot's just going to absolutely obliterate Bang. Now they go. They've invested the nightfall in exchange.
Anybody there?
Target. He's not going to find a single thing.
And there's no follow-up with this exchange, but the Thrash is way too early as well.
And Woot's gone undetected. Can he strike terror into the hearts of 100 Thieves once more? Now they've got the Orb of Strike they're going to have to deal with as the pick goes down. They've been able to find a little pocket, just enough safety as Asuna gets 3. Patek and Benji Fishy have to hold the line.
Oh!
He's out of reach. Asuna with 4. Can he get the ace? Yes. Yes, he
Bloody hell. That headshot. What was that?
The main duelist of 100 Thieves, the Raze player. And I wondered going into this series what the head-to-head would look like. So far, he's been vibrant. He's been viral. Look at these kills. So many things happening on the site, but his spam, his intuition timings, picking the right spot, securing the ace for his team, and firing everybody up on his side. 12-4, Doug.
Double anybody else's kills on the server. I mean, he's not just performing and standing out amongst his team. He's putting up an outrageous performance.
Yeah. And now he's playing the rotator. Why not?
He's playing.
What?
Woot again, but Asuna on the counter punch gets 2. The rocket was perfect, and now EU getting after the spike had a reach. Woot pushing in to spawn, getting the best of Busio. Now there's a fox in the den. You've got to clear him. You can't let him stay up in heaven. Look at how paranoid Bang is, trying to rotate back towards A.
Footsteps heard.
He's going to be able to find the space here.
One enemy
100
remaining.
Thieves with a lot to do. Asuna with another 3 rounds. Kills on the round, excuse me. Woot falls. 100 Thieves are right back in this thing.
Asuna is going on a rampage right now on this map of Bind.
But honestly, Dre, you wouldn't believe it when you look at him.
No.
Watching him calm right there, very calm, very cool, very collected.
And usually he's the one that's extremely hype. Extremely
That took the wind out of the sails, that won't mind.
But to see a locked in Asuna like this. There you go.
He is 1,000%. He is 15-4 now.
Just like that, it feels like there's a bit of a momentum shift the other way now for 100 Thieves. The life kind of got stolen out of them from that eco round, but Asuna just being.
That's an awful ult, that mind.
Someone has to step up when the moment calls for it. And so far, it seems like it's been Asuna's.
Just totally shuts down long, that, doesn't it? It's
He's been waiting for a moment like this for years.
impressive.
I have this bike. Last year was just completely brutal for this 100 Thieves roster. Brutal for him.
Persevering though, and now 100 Thieves down 1. Heretics, they
so
tested the
patient
waters
as
here.
well.
They didn't like the pit.
Mad.
Perhaps seeming like A is a bit more fit for the hit. See that utility coming out already from EU.
I don't know, there's some there.
All of the switches primed and ready to go. Heretics want to hit off of this. It's all going to fall onto Woot. The tip of this spear. Oh, he is finally able to settle it as Benji Fishy provides some cover. EU will fall as well, and those have been the 2 big ones so far.
Nice.
Wow. The timing's so good there from Boo on the lurk. Waiting for his teammates to create all that noise and then taking his window of opportunity. And it just looks like right now,
And a lot of them got the Raycon going again. They did in the last match.
Something I feel like we see 100 Thieves do to teams. That's why they run the Fade Gecko. It's so hard to hold sites. It's so hard to anchor. And we saw Asuna there. He just got pummeled by utility. He couldn't see anything.
He had nowhere to go. You would think too, for to go back around the conversation of having mirrored the comp and kind of having those adjustments. When you think about the mind games around that, the team that is often the first to the stage has a better understanding of how to execute it, but then also they understand their weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
They understand where they can be hurt, where they can be hit. I mean, it seems like Heretics are
Still tight game, like it could still go either way, this one. It's
That was that entry I was talking about. And it honestly, Wu could have even gotten this kill. I mean, the spread just didn't go his way, but the follow-up
spam and through the clouds and stuff. It's unreal.
I mean, all he did was just sit there, chill, wait. Okay, now I go. Beautiful execution from Heretics.
Playing his cards perfectly. Now we're dealt another hand. 100 Thieves down 2. Heretics looking so good.
And it's these rounds where Heretics just freeze in the first like 30, 40 seconds of the round. and just let it cook in the brains of 100 Thieves where they thrive.
Aya from EU just cleared back showers. So I think Heretics off of this. If there's really nothing to re-clear that space, they have a lot of options, Trey.
Ah, they're just waiting out the smoke timer in short and long. Getting some info into hookah at the same time. Nothing got broken there, so they might think that it's completely open. And now that they have B long control, I mean, the whole map is theirs. They're keeping 3 players again here for 100 Thieves.
I mean, it's just Woot. What a nuisance he's being.
The re-clear.
The satchel, the tap of the
And he's
orb.
out.
It dumps all of that utility. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the site is being hit once more. Heretics.
Good use of Mosh there to force them out as well. If I try that, it'll go through the bloody teleporter.
EU has now rotated. He's joined the scene. Boostio will follow. Every single member crumbles. The kill feed bleeds red.
That's mad.
3 bangs left. Again, on the other side of the map, trying to figure out what went wrong. Trying to hang on to the prize possession now. And the question is, do Heretics hunt? They've got time. They've got money.
Yeah, you imagine they're going to do so. Maybe they'll wait a little bit longer, let that...
The bloody pile of guns, man.
The disrespect shown, they're just dancing around.
Cheeky bastards.
That was the hunt right there.
Not the hunt we expected, but the hunt we needed.
That's brilliant.
The hunt the crowd needed as well. Now they're actually on the prowl for real this time. See the replay of that fight back sight. Even the mosh pit to force everybody into unfavorable positions. I mean, it's
That's a
beautiful.
fucking mosh that bind.
Was that clean?
You and I have talked so much.
We're being toxic, huh? Okay.
You and I have talked so much about how difficult it can be to hold back A on bind. It's just miserable for the defense. I mean, there's no real place to find cover to tuck into. So as all that utility hits you, then you've got a barrage of bullets that are also peppering your way. Like, it's miserable to deal with.
And it's the timing that Heretics are taking those fights that's so different. It's throwing 100 Thieves game off because usually those players, I mean, they can anchor, wait for the rotate to come in and then flood with utility. But, I mean, Heretics are not letting them breathe. The layering of utility, first to take short A, then fight back sight. It's been nothing short of immaculate.
Bang almost gets his head taken clean off. You've got to respect the orb here. Unaware of what's waiting on the other side. Did they cross? Is there more than one? Who all is here? They haven't made a single bit of noise. As again, the utility is toggled. The Roomba spots one. And now the trap has been sprung.
Might be too obvious now for Boostio.
Yeah, do they clear him? Yeah, they do. Boosty falls, and who else but Woot to pave the way? They just don't really have the weaponry to fight back on this.
And Rian's just got his thrash online, grabbing that orb. Might not even have to invest it into this round. Here comes the rollout. Perfect satchels for Woot. Trapping Bang.
Yeah, perfect stuck. You're right. Bang is stuck. He's dead. Another nearly flawless rollout. Another nearly flawless sight hit for the attack.
Heretics are showing us a different level to their gameplay right now, Doug. It is so scary for 100 Thieves.
How do they get back into this? A Guardian and a Phantom. Woot, the first to challenge. And again, he's just toying with them, man. Carefully playing his shots. Carefully placing himself away from danger. Of course, he swings into 2. Gets his 1, though. And honestly, in a situation like that, when you have so much over the top, you'll take those. You'll take those any day of the week. Patatech cleans up his last as Heretics get to 7. They're not slowing down.
And just closing out the round, it was a slow drip from 100 Thieves. They couldn't really find a way in, just going for exits there. It's just looking like Heretics right now are in full control of this entire half. I mean, once they understand that Bang breaks that Roomba, I mean, they don't know it's Bang there, but it's just too obvious that there's a little bait there.
Yeah.
Normally you'd see Boostio maybe take that TP, rip it, reposition, and just give the B site there. Those guys are crazy right now.
2 ults on the side of Heretics. Boo 2 away from his, along with Patatech, and they've already invested something, a change of pace. A little bit faster, a little bit more aggressive, and Austin is dead.
Again, Woot. this kid be stopped?
Can any of these kids be stopped? And they're rolling over 100 Thieves here on a map that has historically been theirs. I mean, to take you back to Americas, they went around with only 4 mice working. And they're just destroying them from top to bottom.
Did he say or hear anything there? That was mad.
The way of Heretics, so, but it's been tied up at 3. A second dip and a second kill. This time Boostio getting involved. 30 HP, the Cryo's on the late flank, and they're both standing there unaware with no real idea of what's waiting on the other side. Even if EU crumbles, surely Cryo's able to clean this round up. He gets it down to 1. The spike out of reach. 42 HP. BenjiFishy's gonna get away. And now the real game is afoot. Both members a foot race towards A. BenjiFishy on the tap. Cryo's already here. He's healthy. Only 1 smoke to his name. BenjiFishy's taking a little bit of damage. A little worse for wear. Mind games as silence hits the site. Cryo exploring every single corner. Again, forced to no real idea of what's waiting on the other side, and now bullets grazing by his head. Now understanding where the threat lies. A little bit too early there. BenjiFishy's playing this so well. The delay is so good, and now you see it. I mean, the spike is already being tagged. It's already being spammed. BenjiFishy not connecting. Cryo's got it to half. He's got it 3/4 of the way, but not able to take it all the way down. BenjiFishy with 3 as Heretics get another.
An unreal clutch from Heretics. 2 players jumping out of hookah. And even after Benji connects on the first kill on Boosty here, the insta flick to apply the pressure on EU.
180. Magnetic.
They cannot be stopped.
Into the 12th round, the last round of regulation. Couple of ults on mine. But the song that's been sung has been penned by Heretics this entire half.
I mean, the change of pace has been so crazy from Heretics. This time, proactive Thrasher doesn't get a lot of value from the side of 100 Thieves.
Hey, Messi.
That's why you've seen Heretics take that slow approach. And while all that's happening, Patatek, he's been so comfortable taking showers alone this entire series.
That didn't tag him. I don't believe Asuna was hit! He was so close to the wall, the Nightfield didn't tag! And so he strikes when the moment is right, attempting to inject Discord into the situation, attempting to change the tune. Look at Bang's position. Again, cutting off the rotations. That's a prize possession. That's a spike. Considering every single corner. Now Boostio applying a little bit more pressure in case there wasn't enough going on. Can Rians and Wu snatch another one away? All onto the shoulders of Rians, and he will fall.
A good last round from 100 Thieves. Who other than Asuna to bring it back for his team and secure that 4th round? Otherwise, the 9-3 curse, they would have had to be hoping for that. The replay on that.
17 and 8 for, but Bang was the real hero there. I mean, his positioning was just so tight.
Even the timing, swinging into his own Gecko Molly and then satcheling out.
They're doing well, like, they've...
I mean, he's been the backbone.
Thieves have had the moments,
We've got an Omen player moments with Boo from Team Heretics
Riz
standing by. Take a listen.
picking people out the air for fun sometimes, but they managed to keep the heads and win the rounds, so...
We came back at like 12 p.m. and then until 4 a.m. I just did the research.
All good.
So before the game against FUTS, I felt calm as usual. We knew approximately what maps we played, and yeah, that was the veto, and we were feeling like confident.
Confirming presence and getting the kill. That wasn't off an outlaw. That was
Yeah, he is. He's given Boostio as good as he gets as well on stage.
They cleared the dizzy, so he was able to hold him back.
He's keeping him quiet.
What a round!
So heading into the 100 Thieves games, I thought that they're stronger than they showed. They struggled a bit against GenG, they struggled a bit against Paper X. Obviously, they are both insane.
It still could go either way, this, to be fair.
But in general, they're obviously a strong team.
If Thieves find the form.
I think the biggest
Like I say,
was the G2 comeback, and also then after that our performance on Lotus. Those games are why we came.
they're
And
getting
of
kills
course,
for fun at
nice,
times, but...
side reward. But we came here for experience. We just keep going.
experience, at least initially. Now they're playing for hardware. I mean, this has been an outrageous performance from these guys. And, you know, you and I've talked about this a couple of times, and I believe it was Kukuka who said it on the desk. Everyone's wondering when they will falter, right? When will the inexperience become a problem? When will they crumble under the pressure?
They just seem to keep going. They're doing well.
A region that is so heavily decorated, has a pedigree of success and championships, and they just continue to answer the call.
They're definitely riding high on confidence, and it's been showing in their gameplay. I mean, the morale of this team so far, I think that's what's been keeping them together. And honestly, bouncing back from the crazy loss they had against G2.
What a disaster that was.
I mean, that's so maturing as a player.
You learn a lot about yourself. You're absolutely right. To get punched in the mouth that way, to take a hit and still stand. Now it's on 100 Thieves to do a bit of the same. Sure, not to the same degree, but again, elimination's on the line. The pressure's never been greater. 100 Thieves getting pushed around on their map pick.
Got shot out of the sky. Oh.
Asuna tries to satchel out, and Woot holds the line.
Another first blood for Woot. This kid is a phenom in this tournament. It's not even his main role.
What's the second wrinkle for the attack here? How do they make their way out?
It's like you're down numbers. You kind of just have to contact, but they just have no space control, no map control whatsoever. So they're gonna have to.
That's it. They're just so patient and disciplined. Like Viper and Fade haven't moved. Like they're just chilling, waiting.
And you're starting to see some of that playing out right now. The wingman to clear belong. Okay, they're not there.
And if you just keep control of backside, maybe benjyfishy can slip into showers with Patatek. I mean, look, Patatek's now getting aggressive.
benjyfishy has been electric. 11 and 7 right now with an opportunity to drop a couple more frags.
And the delay was great.
They're gonna push into spawn. They're gonna push into spawn, and Heretics are already ahead of it. Bang and Cryo able to overwhelm Boo, but the trade is there from Riens. How much more can Bang find?
They've done well pushing there, man.
Takes care of him.
They didn't even check.
They've got to know his positioning here. That nade, he will go uncleared. Finally falling as Boostio gets active. Patatek left alone, a 1v2. Boostio weak, not able to settle the shots.
Too much to do there.
Salvaging the round with backside aggression at A, just like Heretics did in their gun rounds. And it got kind of scary when they pushed spawns. There was a crossfire from, I believe, Woot and Riens. Yeah,
Mad they pushed right out there.
But it could have gotten really dicey, and it did. I mean, this push right here, player spawn and player heaven, but it was Boostio who was the IGL coming up huge again. Besting Woot and benjyfishy.
He was a big line of defense there.
That might be just the spark to fire up 100 Thieves to make a comeback into this game.
Yeah, but Dre, this is the exact same story that was told in the first half. Yeah. The pistol went the way of 100 Thieves, and then Heretics happened.
Yeah.
Can they do it again?
If there's any player to do it, it would be Woot right now, with the way he's been playing this series so far. Does have a sheriff, so does Boo. Everybody else sitting on classics. But we've seen how deadly the classics can be with these right clicks, especially on the A site.
I mean, Boo did it in the first half.
Yeah.
Right there.
Such a slow approach from 100 Thieves. They don't want to make a mistake like they did in that previous half. You're 100% correct, Doug.
Well, and even really not understanding what's on the other side, given that Heretics have momentum, given that they have a 3-round lead, fear of the force is always a factor.
Here comes the actual exec.
That's Asuna, so aggressive.
That's mad.
Boostio's gonna get the plant down. There's still a couple of members that have to be cleared out. There's still a couple of spiders that have to be swept
they could turn this round later.
Now they realize they've cleaned house. 100 Thieves can settle, slow it down. Meanwhile, for Riens and benjyfishy, I mean, any damage that's dealt is a success. But honestly, you just kind of want to die to the spike here. Not give any orbs over to 100 Thieves, who seem to have avoided the mess that was the first half.
Yeah, now for Boostio, you imagine he's going to want to try to hunt. All he has is a Marshal. And he's already four orbs in. Why not? But I guess he's just going to go for the save. Not wanting to allow Heretics to maybe build their ultimate economy themselves. And just like that, a successful anti-eco from the side of 100 Thieves. And that's the A-split that we saw Heretics basically copy. That's the blueprinted A-split. It was the exact same setup.
Now, in this next couple gun rounds that we're going to see, do Heretics have an answer for the loads of utility that this composition has? So this will be a bonus round for the side of 100 Thieves.
It's a good one, too. Vandal, Phantom, Bulldog.
Yeah, Boostio.
Stinger.
Yeah, one of the players upgraded. Boostio buying a gun for his teammates. Swapping out for the Stinger. Trying to enable his teammates. Early info gathered from Heretics and Showers, and they're ready for any type of fight. That Molly.
The Showers fight is so big, and now they're starting to draw the curtains on Pad Attack.
Just getting overrun here, aren't they?
Perfect split.
100 Thieves identifying that the A anchors were playing towards Shower. That allows that Gecko Molly to just create that opening for 100 Thieves to split and explode from short A. As all that's happening, you have the other two players walking into Shower. And it was the IGL that opened up the round with the Stinger of all guns.
Yeah, the one that we talked about is maybe the one little weakness, right? Maybe something that doesn't pack the same punch.
Just like that, now it's 100 Thieves that are on the prowl. Both players of Heretics sitting B long. They do have an orb to mess around with, but they're gonna run into a firing squad soon enough. That gives the info that there's nobody elbow. Boostio just wants to be sure.
And now we have to talk about the game that's played outside of the game.
Just like that.
Like Boostio will fall.
We're back in it.
Able to take the weapon away, but we're starting to see momentum shift. And who else but Boostio as the guy to look towards when momentum goes crazy?
Jeez. I mean, he does it all. While that happens, I mean, Asuna, he doesn't quite hit the mark with those satchels, but it actually ends up paying dividends for his team, breaking the crosshairs of both those players' Showers.
Yeah, the chaos that's injected into the round is all he really needed to do. Yeah, he gets a kill, it's icing on the cake, but he's done his job. So now one round separating these two. 100 Thieves winning the bonus. They also have a Thrash online.
Yeah, he got it from that last round when he died. So he wanted to go for the hunt that entire time. That was the goal. And just like that, a change of pace. I mean, we saw a rush and A-split the other round. And now they're freezing, waiting for any type of aggressive plays from Heretics on their defensive side. But Heretics aren't giving anything.
Remember, this is very, very similar to what we saw in the second round of the half. Right? 100 Thieves understanding who knows what's on the other side. They slow it down. And this is often when their execs are the cleanest, right? This is where everything is considered.
Yeah. I think it was the last anti-eco round. They actually ended up going towards A, so this time, just mixing it up. They want to go towards B.
Right.
Peeking ahead. It's only Boo here. Couple pop shots to try to make the players of 100 Thieves be scared to not hit this site, but they're calling the bluff.
Do they go all in, though?
Yeah, this exec is
They're just going to pile in, aren't they?
And the Dizzy tags him. Boo gets spammed. That's as clean as it gets. Oh, cutting off rotations. It's so steady.
Clinical.
Clear that
One
mind.
of the rifles that they had was down. Riens is the only one left standing with some hardware. And now it rattles harmlessly onto the ground as a flawless round comes through. We're tied at 8 apiece.
And
Just like that.
This well-oiled machine of 100 Thieves. They do the walk-ups. The utility is on point. That Gecko Flash connects. And yeah, they don't see him, but they know he's in that general area, just spams. And then yeah, bang, just cutting everybody off. So clean. Heretics now on the back foot. Timeout called.
Boost, you'll start chirping up again now.
To settle and kind of sink in. And oftentimes, you almost don't want the time to think about it.
Yeah.
Right? When you're facing elimination, when everything is on the line, these can almost be just as much helpful as they are harmful.
In an 8-4 lead, now we're all tied up. That sinks in, that plays such a huge role into your mental. On the biggest of stages so far.
We'll see what Nuzinho is able to do to inject and change the situation, try to turn the tides.
I feel like they need to be a little bit more proactive, get a little bit more info, maybe even take a little bit more risks. Have Woot try to go for a kill early on and then back up. Make 100 Thieves think that you're playing aggressive, but actually You're just baiting out the utility from them so they don't just bombard you onto the actual site hit.
They're all stacking A. A 5 stack on the other side of the timeout.
It has to be some type of aggression, I imagine. Or maybe an early brim smoke with a rotate.
Maybe.
Guess we're gonna find out right here, huh?
I also think once they realize that the hit is towards V, they can grab the orb. Perhaps it goes into the hands of Woot, and then they're gonna have that rocket for a retake.
I mean, this is a perfect call from Boostio. Another change of pace, a fast B hit. And nobody here to answer.
Yeah, Boo's the first on the scene, but he has to wait. Stuck on the other side. Meanwhile, Bang is rotated back. He's not going to be in time to cut off the rotation through a teleporter, so they are going to find safe passage into Hookah.
But the reaction from 100 Thieves to go into elbow, proactivity on the post plant.
They've got to win these fights. Boo's waiting on the other side, decapitating 2. 56 HP, looking for another. Boostio's the one who has to challenge. Bang's waiting on the other side. A 2v5, what looked so good quickly turns into a nightmare. And as Boostio wakes up from that, he realizes he's done as well. Heretics take the lead back.
A nicely timed retake from Heretics. The utility was on point, the trading was on point, and Boo holding that elbow area down. Heretics did a really good job of reacting to that TP from the side of Heretics. That's the play they should make. But Boo, I mean, these shots, he just locked it down and locked them out of the round. I mean, Boostio, he was just stuck between 2 ferns. He couldn't do anything. Going back and forth. So finally an answer back off of the timeout called from Heretics. And they stopped the bleeding.
Off of that 2K now, Boo 1 away from his ult. It's a tantalizing prospect to grab that orb right there. But 100 Thieves ready for it.
Well, it's just quiet around the map, and yeah, Bang and Benji Fishy are gonna go head-to-head here. Who's gonna get the best of the Vipers? Ooh, tag for tag. Benji Fishy, he's so aggressive. He wants this 50-50.
You play with confidence, and it often works out. Who's more confident here?
They're going tit for tat right now. I mean, look at this. They're both jiggling.
One step too far.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between life and death. I think they're waiting for the exec to start to come through short for Bang to take his timing. And now all the attention has been drawn away as Benji Fishy has to look towards short. Everyone here, 3 crosshairs trained, excuse me, all here. Woot holding the line, steadying the shots.
Could have had better shots on Brim there.
On the counterpunch, Rian's now getting involved.
Down A. Last player standing.
Two's up and Boo's left alone.
30 seconds left.
He was a legend in the previous round. Can he do it again? EU with ult. But he's so weak. And now they've got him. They know where he is. Position revealed. The veil has been lifted. Can Boo pull this thing off? Tap and no movement, a little bit of utility, yeah, but he's gotten behind them. They've rotated around together, and Bang was quick on the draw. We're tied again.
And they just pushed the right way, didn't they?
Game of chess that Bang and Benji Fishy were playing in showers, that little head-to-head. Keeping both players there, that allowed for the split of 100 Thieves to come through. I thought that this was going to be the difference maker, though. Woot not getting flashed. Somebody backside to break it for them, unlike what happened on 100 Thieves' defense with Asuna, who just got absolutely obliterated by that Gecko Flash. But 100 Thieves, when they do these A splits, they're just so coordinated, and their trading is perfect.
5 of the last 6 the way of the attack. And hunger for more, and really demand for more. So they're locked in the slugfest. Heretics with a couple of ults, Riens and Boo. They're big ones too. Ooh, careful now.
Playing with fire. Does get the molly off, so it delays enough for Patatek to get the rotations in. And I wonder now if 100 Thieves decide to reset. Looks like they're just gonna full commit.
Benji Fishy again not tagged. Is there anything to consider this? I don't think there's anything to clear it!
Bloody hell, man.
But Boo from the opposite side of
You'd have had money on Benji hitting that one, like.
Trying to settle the shots. The Molly keeping him away from trying to clear the wingman. Spike down now. Numbers away at the attack, and now Rians is left alone. He's gotten it down to 2. With the classic in hand against him, 1, but Cryo extinguishes what would have been an absolute mess.
It may have came down to a 1v1, but oh boy, did Asuna come crashing down onto Benji Fishy right there. What an entry. A 20 bomb for the lad. No flash hit, a tether that he jumped over. From the top ropes, baby. And Boostio to just clean up house on the actual site. Another Thrash available and a Viper's Pit. And now the economy of Heretics looking dire.
Pretty grim.
They have a Guardian in the hands of Rians. We take a look at his crosshair, no real challenge. 100 Thieves slow these rounds down so much when they know there's a broken buy on the opposite side.
Something very common for a lot of these teams on the attacking side. Again, you don't want to be the team that makes that mistake. You don't want that one eco round to be the deciding factor in the series, in the map.
And such a close map too, as we're so close to the end.
So important to win these rounds and win them clean. That's why you see the Thrash being invested into short A. A little bit of a speed up. It gets broken kind of early on, but Asuna, he will gain some control.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on the other side. Rians is trying to join the fold. Patatek was feeling a lot of pressure into showers, and now has a little bit of safety. Asuna over the top, dropping Boo. The defense is, again, struggling to hold the line. Struggling to make a stand.
I got a couple of them there.
Out of the hopes of Heretics here.
And it's all just to delay. 100 Thieves are just going to play the bomb timer.
Well, as the timer keeps ticking, Heretics realize the time to go is now. Now that they
nice.
All 3 fall. 100 Thieves get to 11.
That was well cleared, that mind.
Just swing together the 3-2-1 in the middle of the retake, catching them off guard. A nice post plant from 100 Thieves. Nice reactions from EU to not drop there into showers. And Asuna again, another opener. Getting yet another rocket kill. And this was that 3-2-1 I was mentioning earlier. Peeking together.
One left standing.
All 3 players.
Ready.
And just like that, we have no more timeouts from the side of Team Heretics. This one definitely slipped away from them. They were
They ran away at the beginning and then hit a wall.
100 Thieves with the answer back, starting from the pistol round till now.
I mean, they're holding all of the cards. And Heretics are just kind of having to play blindly here.
And it's the constant snowball on these maps, the use of ultimates. I mean, 100 Thieves, when they win these rounds, they're only investing a couple into them.
Yeah.
And then they're able to have 2 more for the next rounds. And when you have ults on every single gun round, it feels like, I mean, that can be so hard to play against, especially on the defending side.
How do you withstand such a barrage?
I mean, do you play up and try to disrupt? Do you play back and just get smothered? It's so tough to know what the right decision is in high-pressure situations like this.
Ten seconds away from the
Need to
21st
do
round
something.
regulation. 2 ults on either side. What's the adjustment out of the timeout? Remember last time we saw this, Heretics fully invested, they stacked A, and it was the wrong guess.
This round could make all the difference, like.
This time a different approach, they're split. Back into the 3-2.
100 Thieves doing a good job of baiting out some of that early Viper utility on B long. And they are also aware of that deep short A smoke that Boo has used. That's why you see 2 players on either end of that market area. Now the slow creep up. As all this B-long contact is being made, there's still 2 players of 100 Thieves towards that A site. But Benji Fishy,
They're not doing anything, right?
You might imagine you're going to see Rians rotate soon. I think that's why you see 100 Thieves doubling back.
He's playing his cards so patiently. Meanwhile, the site.
It's a big opener.
Oh, picked off.
That's going to flip the map. Benji Fishy asleep at the wheel.
I mean, they can double back if they want. They can go around the world. I don't think they're going to opt to do that. Instead, they're going for that Brim ultimate.
Oh, Patatech gets flushed out. I thought he was going to find safety, and I thought he was going to take one with him. Boostio.
What the fuck happened there?
But 100 Thieves get to 12, and he's out of his seat again.
Match point.
Woot couldn't go anywhere at the end there. I can't help
He's
but feel bad
unplugged
for him.
something by the looks of it.
He was just stuck dead center in that molly. And that Brim ultimate from Cryo. It split the defenders. And that opening, oh, what an opening.
He's just stood there.
A player who does not get his praises sung enough.
He's been dodging in and out for ages there.
He's able to provide yes in utility, yes in support.
There you go.
Reading him like a book now.
Yeah.
It was the faint A into the
Thought he got caught in no man's land. He couldn't really push anywhere because the grenade came over as well, I think.
An op in the hands of EU. Talk about the rich getting richer. That's crazy.
I'm glad you pointed that out. I mean, if there's any type of aggression from Heretics, he could get that kill, that opener.
Well, Benji pushed far too far out. I didn't think he would.
Going on right now. I mean, when you got the bag from 100 Thieves, I mean, it's a big one.
Yep.
He just threw the op off the map, didn't he?
Quiet. Nothing was shown. Let's see if that silence.
Doing it again.
Not quite yet. Benji will live. And the timer's running down really low here. It's going to be another full B exec, you imagine.
Yeah, you've got Cryo cutting off rotations.
The Northern there.
Looks like it's all sails forward, all wind ahead. Boostio on the swing, Benji Fishy down.
Even through the blast, man.
He's getting more and more active. He's gotten 3 with the Bulldog. And now the Thrash to counter, but Cryo's position is perfect.
Good molly.
Rian's with nowhere to go. He's going to be flushed
Flushed
out.
him out.
Somehow stays alive. The spam is too good. Too many targets to
Better.
select from. EU in a 1v4. Pain at his feet. 13 seconds left. The spike out of reach. This will settle into nothing. A round win for Heretics as they get to double digits.
That's the anchor.
Pushing them to the all the way, hopefully.
In this match on the defensive side. He got what, 3 or 4 into
They were running away with it earlier, and then the
holding it down for his squad.
and so it took the foot off the pedal.
Answer back, Gecko v Gecko.
Then dropping Austin as well.
And the most important thing about that round is they kept 4 guns and they got upgrades. If EU did a good job of damaging the economy there, it's another scrappy buy for Heretics. So now they still have a chance. They still have a buy.
And Wood has a rocket. Wonder if they try to play for some of these orbs. Benji Fish is 1 away from his pit. Patatech has taken such an aggressive line here. He's been punished in that position before. It doesn't seem like there's any challenge so far, though.
Bang's got their pit as well, so it could get messy if they get them both on the go.
Wood's close here. Nicely done, though, and the paranoia, or excuse me, the Prowler's so good. Patatech realizes he's in a lot of trouble, but the trouble lies with Wood. The rocket over the top to protect his teammate. Well, Austin a strike here. He's got 2 satchels. Seems like they're rotating back. What's the cue to go?
As it's all settled, Cryo smoke B long, but Benji Fishy checked it. So that's why you're seeing EU have to make noise. He has to make noise for his team to walk up short A here. If he does not do that,
30 seconds left.
That might not be the opening they need. So he kept 3 players B. There's a chance here for 100 Thieves.
Couple of smokes to go. The Dizzy. Oh, he just got plucked out of the sky. He gets swatted down. He tried to go, but with 13 seconds left, Woodman's not able to accomplish his mission either. And so it falls on the remaining 2. Wood and Patatech keeping him back. 7 seconds left. Can EU be the hero? He can't even get to the spike. There's so much before.
Nice.
Boo falls, but Heretics get to 11. From start to finish, up.
The cheat you all want it.
But from start to finish, it was Woot, that showstopper to help out Patatech. And then the nade to actually kill the bomb being planted. Follow-up kills from him. He played the round perfectly. That's that amazing shot.
That's mad.
Oh my gosh.
Hell of a shot, that man.
And then just swinging out, the double swing from Patatek, getting the trades. And now the last timeout used from 100 Thieves. 12-11 is the score so far. This has been such a banger of a map so far, Doug.
Been a good game, this. I thought it would be. It's going both ways, like expected.
4 in a row. It seemed like all momentum went their way. It seemed like they were going to cruise their way into sunset.
Take it overtime if they get this one.
It feels like nature.
Or will they get shut down?
That's what I feel like is taking place here.
Oh, no.
But Heretics, man, the grit and the fight they're showing in these closing moments of this map. So impressive, and of course it's Woot. Of course it's Woot.
And also, it's not even their map pick. That's the most impressive thing so far. Yeah, Woot's been playing great, but he's had a lot of support from the rest of the characters on the team as well. I mean, they really are a band of brothers.
The 24th round is before us.
And if you look at the minimap right now, Heretics are set up for this. 4 players on A. If 100 Thieves want to go for this A split, it has to be perfect.
This will be fast, and again, Woot not tagged by it. He's not going to get cleared. Woot again will be a problem as he drops Cryo. Asuna has made his way forward, able to trade back the ring.
Oh!
But BenG Fishy!
Bloody hell!
What a spray! What a hole!
Hell of a play.
Controlling the recoil. They were set up for that, Doug. That Gecko flash from Rians. That allows the timing for BenG Fishy to do crazy things.
They all just stood there, weak.
Overtime on the cards.
Regulation not enough to decide this one.
What a map we're witnessing so far.
Seemed like things were going to get closed out, but Heretics determined to write an epilogue on Bind.
Bring them down.
Now they're back on attack.
I'm guessing they just do that to see if it gets shot out of the sky, because it doesn't detonate before it's back behind the wall.
This time, a fast showers take with short A. Utility being used from the side of Rians. That flash that he's able to pick back up, use it for the actual exec that they want.
Heretics with eyes trained towards B. 100 Thieves have the majority of their defenses in the vicinity. Bang, the first to challenge. Can he hold the line? Tries to sink his fangs into the opposition, but he can't. Can't settle the shots. Almost gets dropped.
Kind of fortunate to get out with his life there. He's sitting at half HP, cannot be healed up.
Tucked waiting for the challenge. Meanwhile, the rest of the hit has decided to flip.
And BenG Fishy actually got hit by a Prowler B long. So that's keeping members of 100 Thieves at this B site. As I say that, EU will rotate, but he won't be here in time.
Remember how difficult it is to hold backside on A. It's been a problem for so many teams. Such an elusive task, but the spike not going down. Rians falls.
Didn't quite get it down.
13 seconds left. They're gonna have to
Those
get
are the mollies.
very soon. BenG Fishy waiting. They try to push through the smoke, and the defenses hold up for now. But the spike planted. Boo with all
2-on-2.
instantly. Meanwhile, Bang is on the flank. Woot is ready for it. Look at him. He's expecting it, but the timing could not be better. Things slow down just enough. Bang on the swing. And now forced to sit back and watch, as EU will have to be a hero for 100 Thieves. Attention divided in the face of 2. Boo gets 3. Heretics get to 13.
The key players of this match for Heretics. Boo and Woot. An outstanding performance, an outstanding duo in that 2v2. 100 Thieves did a really good job of delaying this bomb plant for as long as they could. And Patatek, he gave his life for that cause.
Enemy remaining.
And rightly doing so, because he
So patient again, just sat waiting. Like,
and so now it's 100 Thieves with backs against the ropes. Can Heretics put them away? on the defensive side, a side that was a struggle. A side where they failed to really find footing. And it wasn't until the closing moments of the half that got us to this point.
This game has been outrageous, but when it comes down to overtime, Doug, it's just a whole different game. It's a whole new battlefield.
The playbooks are tested. We'll see how much more there is to it.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be a B-long fight.
But they're not fully sold.
Shout
on
out
this.
this
Yeah,
guy.
this is very different from the 1-4 that we've seen a couple of times where they
Not be getting that one back either.
so far up. Oh, careful now. You've got the spike. Oh, what a shot. Patek has to take a step back as Bang pushes forward on the prowl, dropping bench
Oh.
position. Patek cannot hold the line. There's going to be a crazy fast flank from the other side. Two members coming in through market. Meanwhile, Rian's back in spawn. Spike sunk into the site. Bang forced to deal with one, and the other hasn't been spotted. But by process of elimination, they have to understand there might be another one on the other side. Bang, dropping Wu. Boo left alone. We will dance again.
Gonna go on this one, man.
Second OT is on the cards.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Bang. Doing the salsa up short A. This was the opener. 400 Thieves followed up by Boostio into Showers, who he kind of jumped the gun a little early. He got hit by that tether. But consolidating the round. Good awareness on that fast flank. That's something we haven't seen yet from Heretics. And they kind of had to. It's a 3v5. What else can you do in that moment?
Right, yeah. Tough situation to be in, but no real time to think about it. Heretics back on attack.
And Woot made a footstep early on. So 100 Thieves are going to hold this and hook it down.
It's a trap, it's a trap. Buzio's finally able to settle the spam. Gets one with it and Bang gets another. But the counterpunch immediately coming through from the attack.
A real slugfest.
Boo's so weak. Cryo's still playing on the other side of this map. Spike still not finding success, still not being planted. As Asuna dance around the smokes. Utility goes up, Asuna goes down. Cryo's now left alone. Can he pull this one off? Only able to get one. Not able to control the transfer. Heretics again on map point.
Wow. A great answer back to the trading game, that slugfest that we mentioned on the site. But once Heretics froze the round down in that little micro moment, waited for that Gecko Flash to come back up, they were able to just get the trades on the site. That's the Gecko Flash I spoke of. And EU, I mean, had that flash not been in full effect, he could have gotten 2, maybe 3, closed out the round. Small things like that, they make a difference. Micro utility, and now a timeout in overtime to hopefully secure the round for Heretics. For 100 Thieves yet again. They're on the back end of this. But it does give them time to, you know, calm down about what happened, think about what they want to do going into this next round.
I think settle the nerves is objective number one.
Exactly.
Because at this point, we're we're double, triple OT. I mean, they've been pushed, they've been tested. And so you wonder how much more goes up that sleeve, right? How long is that thing? And I think once you realize you've hit the depth of what your approach can be, settling the nerves, calming things down becomes the objective.
And there's so many things that play a factor other than that as well. I mean, you have to think about every previous round you've shown. What has even Heretics shown in their last previous OT? What are all the possibilities? What were the reactions when you showed certain set utilities?
We often talk about the value that Boostio provides his team, and it's often the vibes and the excitement and the ability to draw the best out of the players around him, but now he's going to be called to deliver from IGLing perspective.
And when you're in a double overtime like this, you can't help but feel the pressure. You can't escape it. Doesn't matter what kind of vibes you got.
But he's been here before. Mimi mentioned it on the desk, the only player who has hoisted a trophy left in this tournament.
He's done a good job so far reading the game.
But right now, he's just fighting to stay alive.
I mean, they're running into another A stack.
They're all here. Asuna, again, the same vantage. The swing is so nice because he's able to get info, but Woot's able to get 2 in exchange. Now being tucked away, he gets 3! What a hold!
Oh.
And now he's got the rocket, not able to connect. 60 HP though, stays alive. Nade to play with, invested. Bang tries to get the spike down and will succeed. Asuna has 6 HP as things settle into 2s.
On 6.
Bang creeping back around, concerned about the flank, and it's not there. Asuna with the shorty in hand. Do they clear him? Now switching over to precision, and he's dropped. Ear taken off of him. The youngster has to deliver again. Can Bang do it? Spotting the first, not able to steady the shots, and now that we know where he is. Woot's on the tap, it's just the thread, he gets melted!
Nice.
Will steal, bind.
It was a nail biter. Everyone's hearts were pounding on and off stage. But it was the explosive entries of Woot.
Sunset on the other side of this break. We'll see you guys there.
Right, I'm just going to quickly grab a drink while they're on a quick break before the next map. I'll be back in 2.
one of these.
Right, we're
I'm
back.
standing here right now with Neilzinho of Team Heretics. Congratulations on that first map. Our hearts were pounding. This crowd was going crazy as well, so you have to take
Neilzinho.
the ride of emotions. The momentum was first in favor of 100 Thieves, and then it swung in your favor, so please talk us through that.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a crazy match, like you said. Honestly, like, all the credit for this map win goes to Boo. He done such good preparation before the game. We knew exactly how they were going to play. A lot of people said they had the best defense in the world, so we kind of took that as a challenge. And we always knew our defense was going to be
Fair
difficult.
play to them.
Yeah, I'm just glad we could make some, good changes throughout the game, and we brought it back.
Well, let's see indeed if Team Heretics can manage to close this one out.
Oh, what a trophy style that was for Team Heretics. Shout out to Boo, the IGL. I'm your host, Yingsu, and I'm here with Kakuka and Mimi once again. I mean, you heard it from Neil and Mika. The emotions were all over the place.
I mean, they took 100 Thieves comp and they looked excellent with it. I think the implementation of this double initiator comp is actually pretty challenging to do, and they did a great job of it, especially, I think, on that attacking side, really scrimming these executes. They looked on point. They were setting Woot up for success, and then also proving some great mental resiliency to stop 100 Thieves comeback.
10 out of 10 of those post ones that we see in the Heretics God time after time. I think that you're right. The executes, and not only that, the utility used from the initiators to set this two up made it so electric, so important to look at this head-to-head. But every single time there was a smoke, a molly, both of the Fade and the Geckos were onto something. Round after round, you would see this two shine, but it was thanks to them also.
And I think for Team Heretics, taking the challenge of kind of stealing this 100 Thieves comp honestly might have given them a bit of an advantage into this series, because they've been scrimming it, they've been practicing, figuring out what the win conditions of the comp are for them. So I think they had to have been really familiar with how 100 Thieves played it, and also what their game plan was going in to get that win.
I mean, I can't believe Arsene was on the losing side of that. He did so much for his team, but not as much as this man, Benji Fishy, the fisherman himself, in the
close game, that man.
moment of the day to take them into OT.
Yeah, but hear me out. Even in this play, this just is probably the best flash that we see in the entirety of it. Like, they were all so on point. It's so easy for Benji to get all of these kills and take this to overtime just thanks to Rians.
Unlike when you're playing the Gecko KO comp and you have that really direct combination of two pieces of utility that are kind of a checkmate, when you're playing the Gecko Fade, I think it's a lot more reliant on finding the perfect timing of where the util's going to line up. It requires a lot more lineups when you're playing with the Fade too. This is a really difficult comp to play at a high level, and I thought they looked great on it for Team Heretics.
Yeah, 100 Thieves, they're down, but they're not out just yet. So let's hear what Coach Zix had to say ahead of map 2.
Could be a good second map.
Standing here right now with Zix of 100 Thieves. We are going into Sunset next, and this is a map that Heretics favor quite a lot. There's a lot of information out there on how they play this map, so how did you guys prep for this one?
We have seen a lot of film on their Sunset. They played it, I think, 3 or 4 times at the tournament. So there's a lot to look at, and their setups are pretty consistent, so it should be easy for us to read them out and understand where we need to go on the map to be able to hit a weak bomb site. But, you know, anything can happen on match day, so we'll see if anything has changed, and we'll see if our prep is good. But I'm definitely very confident going into it, despite the fact that they've been winning Sunset a lot. So.
Well, thanks for your time. Let's see if 100 Thieves can manage to make a comeback.
I mean, earlier you heard it there from Neilzinho. Boo knew exactly what to do against 100 Thieves, and the same should be on the other side. Kakuga Boostio should have a good idea, but my question is, what is the weak site and the things that Heretics have on Sunset? Because it's very, very minimal.
It's very few, I think, because they adapt
Fucking
a lot
Sunset.
what they want to do on A and how they retake space during the round. I think that Patitech does a brilliant job as a KO. Wood is just wooting all over the place. He finds his way to just have the impact that he has. And Benji and the way that he swaps his utility from round to round can be very impactful on the defense.
I think specifically they do a really good job of disguising the strong side and having a lot of looks where they're going to kind of go early and fight forward on Benji's side and then fall back and stack the other side, which makes it tough to call around as an attacking IGL. But the thing about these matchups where you really kind of have strong suspicions of the map veto going in, and you know how good the other team is at a map, it means so much of your prep is going to be focused on that. So I imagine in those few days off, Team Heretics was focusing a ton on that bind as we saw them perform, and it has to be the same here for 100 Thieves. So I think there is a real chance for them to still recover in this series.
Do you think they're gonna keep that composition change that 100 Thieves had coming into the tournament, where they swapped out that Sova and put in the Fade, following on what they do on bind as well?
I think it's good. I think EU is a more comfortable Fade player. I think the Prowlers give you some extra options to kind of re-clear in the mid round, but I do feel like losing out on that Sova, which can be pretty impactful in the late round, is one facet you're trading off, but I think both comps are good, to be honest.
And especially if you look at the other side, against Rians on the Sova on this map, it gives you so much every single round. Like his utility is always on point, his ultimates are super impactful.
The other big thing you're giving up when you play that Fade and
Hey, Blitz, welcome back.
shock darts. That's normally your best.
You missed a good map there. I don't know if you saw any of it, but
which against a really good Cypher like Benji
went to overtime.
Yeah, no change.
Heretics won in the end.
How they're doing mentally on the side of 100 Thieves as well, because Kakuga, they let
We're heading on to sunset now.
And let me be honest, Team Heretics did not have any business closing that one out. Props to them, because especially on the second half, to me the biggest achievement is they overcame that.
GenG won 2 maps.
What do we do? They stayed on their ground, they stayed on their foot, and
They just overran G2.
one map away from getting their first win on a big
Hello
stage
there.
like this. In Madrid, they didn't get a single one, and the first time that they could
I'm
win
not
the
sure
game,
which ones of them still work, to be honest. I need to revisit them all. I've had to rebuild a lot of stuff in my stream of late. Had a lot, indeed. I had a lot of upgrades and stuff to PCs, so I've had a lot of changes with stuff. The majority of them should still be there.
It's going to be a tall task into, but I do want to go back to what Six was saying during the break. He feels really confident, given what they've seen, given all the sunset that they've watched, that they're going to be able to strike where the moment's right. Honestly, you're going to show that.
Do it! Come on, kill me! I'm here! Come on! Do it now! Kill me!
Yes, yeah, the majority of them will be there. It's just a matter of... I think it's more some of the more complex ones that are made may or may not trigger correctly. All the sound effects ones should be there.
I mean, it's going to be a wrap real fast, or it could be at least.
Benji Fishy starts popping off again, and who knows what will happen.
I'm just looking at stuff well.
Oh, that is, yep, that's prep.
That's 100% prep, and they should know that Boo likes to jump peek this as well, and that's why you see the punish from Bang. The counter. Patatek, what can he do to delay, or maybe get a spam kill? There it is.
Not getting much money for that.
He tried getting up high and tried getting away.
This guy is so good on pistol rounds. Should be a free bomb planted for the side of 100 Thieves. The problem is Heretics are so rehearsed on these retakes on this map. Rians, he's a step ahead of this.
Yeah, they may be well rehearsed, but again, it's nothing that should surprise 100 Thieves, but as he said, on match
I'm not a fan of Sunset. It'd be interesting to see how the pros play it, to see
gets two, Patatek cleans him up. The pistol goes the way of Heretics.
any tactics or any dodgy angles or lineups.
They have so many reps on it. You can see how comfortable they are. And Patatek with the answer back with that molly and spam. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of RNG, but still, the utility was behind it. And then on backside, the trade to secure the round. Patatek with that ghost, man. Just the fact alone that he's able to win pistol rounds is so much value for this team.
Currently sitting at 2-0, a Guardian in hand and full armor. A deadly weapon. A deadly tool, given the right person wielding it.
They've got the raise grenade. I was going to say they haven't really got much to clear Cypher, but they've got the raise grenades, haven't they? So.
Thieves have gone exploring up the middle of the map. Very nice timing out from Bang.
Oh, almost connects on the second as well.
Settle now, Boostio. A couple of shots go a bit wide.
Oh.
And that's all it takes. You miss, what, 2 shots? Heretics will punish.
Yeah. Gotta be sharp when you're playing the young kids.
Nice cover.
EU with the classic hard getting tagged up down to 56 HP. And now paranoid as well. And for good reason. The walls were closing in real fast, so Heretics will get to second. No thrifties, no nothing crazy, but you get past that first part of the equation, cool, right? Now, the other question that needs to be answered, or the next question, if you will, is will the bonus be converted? That was such a problem on Bind.
Yeah, we saw Heretics win a bonus the last time around. With
Thieves need to win this one to keep themselves in it.
We're going into this. There's 2 Spectres, there's a Guardian, a lot of utility on the field. But some good looks for 100 Thieves.
I struggle with Sunset though. I don't know. And these are all gaps that I find it a strange map.
Like Zeke's mentioned. And yeah, they weren't able to convert in that round.
It's not a bad map. I just struggle at times. I'm normally Gecko at the minute. Everybody seems to insta-lock the duelist, so I've ended up just moving on to Gecko. I do quite well with Gecko, to be fair. So I'm not... Or Breach on occasions. If we're playing the likes of Sunset or whatever, I sometimes go Breach. KJ, nice. That was unlucky, that man. That was a hell of a player. I thought he was going to get the 3 of them, like, ping, ping, ping.
Because we all believed he could do it after that first kill, that first flick. This was Bane going absolutely beast mode with the Omen flash. That was that.
Cheeky, that.
Oh my gosh. Had he connected onto the 3rd?
He had 4 bullets, 3 targets.
Oh, goodness. I mean, even they know, look.
Yep.
So yeah, they lose the round, but the vibes are still there for the side of Team Heretics and 100.
Yeah, I tend not to play Sentinel. I don't really have the patience.
3 away from having his ult. Meanwhile, we've talked so much.
Be interesting with the patch. The changes to the duelists. I can see Neon being popular all of a sudden.
So it will be a thrash invested early
and maybe Reyna back in the mix a bit more.
Now you can opt to go back, you can reuse it for another hit on A. The problem here is I think it was only 1 player that got hit. So nobody from B really has to rotate in, and this bomb is really early here.
That's the thing. I just get
He was so far away from his team.
Drawn away, and I've tried Deadlock a couple of times. She's not as bad because it's literally just throw the wall down and hope for the best. But I haven't got the accuracy to be chamber, and I tried Cypher and I just didn't have a clue. I spent more time faffing around trying to put traps down and stuff and just getting shot in the back of the head.
Well, Team Catastrophic has calmed.
But I tend to play Initiator or Duelist for the most part. I have started using smokes a bit more as well now. I've started using Omen quite a bit, which I never, before this episode, I'd never used them before. So I'm sort of getting a bit more used to how he plays. He's doing well there considering he'll have been deaf.
He had no sound, no awareness of where EU could be, but he had his sights lined forward. And he secures the round for his team.
He done really well there.
On top of it. And it looked disastrous for 100 Thieves, but yeah, they brought it back. 10 seconds left onto the round. EU gets that little late flank.
Decade winning that fight.
Just wasn't enough. And just like that, 100 Thieves are put on an eco round, going into round 5.
A sheriff and a ghost.
See them?
Tend to keep things interesting.
I guess, yeah, I play Gecko. And a lot of these dizzies they're thrown out, they sort of cover the gap and get back before the activation time. So they wouldn't actually flash anyone anyhow unless they were rushing. So I don't know if it's just a thing to see if they get shot out of the sky to know there's people there. But surely the people would realise that it's not going to trigger and just leave it. I don't know. It's they were doing it on the last map as well. They were like throwing it, and by the time it sort of bounced off the wall and come back, the trigger time was when it was practically back in the hands. It's weird.
Should draw the rotations over. Deep cam out from Bustio, but Boo waiting on the other side, trying to connect onto the spam. He got it. Almost succeeds. Asuna with the oldest. Boo gets away. He's in the matrix.
Spike planted.
Finally
Oh, that's a shot, that mind.
the weaponry is way too much.
Bloody hell.
EU was the first on the challenge in the round, and he will be the last. They're just going to stick the defuse with no way for the initiator in. It's a flawless.
That was a good round there. They did this in the last map though. They ran off with a canny lead and then they sort of stopped and Thieves got back into it. Hopefully they can just keep it going this time. Saying that, I'd rather see Thieves win and take it to map 3.
That's a sight to behold. How do you stop them now if you're 100 Thieves? You commit the timeout, but what can you do to slow these kids down? To slow Woot down?
Currently sitting at 9-3 right now.
I mean, Heretics on this map, they just pick the perfect time to strike. They play up to bait out utility, they get out in time. They get you while you're planting the bomb. Sometimes they don't even let you get the bomb down. And then all of a sudden, they're going to start playing aggressive. You're going to see some walk down mid in the middle of the half. You might see that.
What a beautiful shot, by the way. Incredible hosts that Shanghai have been, that the Mercedes-Benz Arena has been. The energy here is electric, and there's still plenty more to come. But for now, 100 Thieves with problems to solve and not a lot of time to do it.
Heretics have been commanding the battlefield in this arena. Their economy is sitting pretty nice right now.
Yeah, I said that
it was a little dodgy.
they were
Enough money to buy for a couple
way ahead in the last map, and then they just suddenly hit a wall, and Thieves got right back into it and took the lead. Ended up going to overtime.
Get the orb and get away. And again, the info they're able to gather off of that is so immense. Oh, there's nowhere for him to go. Manages to TP out, but Benji Fishy playing in his cage. Now investing the ult, getting the kill onto Asuna as another gun falls on the side of 100 Thieves. Make that 3. Cryo and EU have gotten the spike down, but they're surrounded.
Oh, hey. They're just on fire now, like.
Surgical precision from Team Heretics. The sight hit comes through. A dart is behind them. Nobody can funnel out and help Asuna. And it's just easy pick'ems for everybody from Heretics. The follow-up KO flash on the rotate. I mean, this is
unreal, that mind.
We're seeing that trip in the back is well connected at the end there.
And the flash over the top.
They didn't even need to.
I'm laughing at him.
Heretics decimate 100 Thieves.
The scalpel strikes again.
They got cocky in the last one. I'll put a clip on Twitter and on YouTube. Started teabagging the bodies and stuff. And then it was around then they started losing all the rounds. I'm hoping the...
Benji Fishy has been a nightmare.
Anyway, I'm sort of hoping they keep it going, but I would like to see a map 3.
And 100 Thieves are right. Zeke's was right. They don't really mix up the setups too much.
2 satchels invested. No trips cleared.
And to get back to my point, yeah, you know where Benji Fishy's playing.
Finally.
But
Third time's a charm. Continue.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You know where he's playing. Doesn't matter because he still just gets immense value, waits, strikes at the perfect timing.
Well, and think about the utility that they've just gotten out.
I mean,
your duelist is supposed to be satcheling forward.
It's actually
doesn't
crazy.
have that now.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. I mean, it is an eco buy, keep in mind. So, but still, I mean, you invested all those all that set utility into the and now we have a bait setup from Boo. Last couple times
I've been asked this a few times. I think Vandal-wise, I'd probably have to say still the Araxis. I do really like the Araxis one. I like the Elder Flame one.
They've slowed this down.
But I think the Araxis is pretty much up there. Phantom-wise, I've got the... I think it was one of the first skins I got. I got the Protocol one. Was it the Protocol Phantom? No, I got... Yeah. Yeah, I got the Phantom. I do like that one. I like the Ruination one as well. That's pretty cool. But I'm sort of getting swayed towards the Recon one now. I don't know. It is pretty cool, the Recon one.
Playing back and forth.
Yeah, I think Patty and Rians did such a good job of denying entry out from elbow there. Yep.
Yeah, I like the red. A lot of the pros seem to be using it. In the last couple of games, there's been a fair few of them using the Recon one when they go for Phantom.
We saw him here last time. I wonder if 100 Thieves think maybe there's a change of position.
It is pretty slick.
But they don't get the info required. Maybe they heard that satchel. A lot of utility invested, though, on the behalf of 100 Thieves.
Boo dropping a couple.
Indeed, mate. Matches the colour scheme.
A lot of that Cypher utility is still up. They're investing the drone, too.
They're going to get full info that no one's be main. This allows for the lean. This allows for the anchors on A to get...
I've just been going through some of my skins and me buddies and stuff.
Oh, they're not even interested. Forget about it. They want to go. Oh, and Asuna dies.
Didn't even shoot.
No supporting utility.
That thrash goes so deep.
Oh, done.
Boostio's not able to get anything with it.
It's getting picked off here. Absolutely picked off.
The way of 100 Thieves, or excuse me, Heretics.
EU would have to bust out a trick from the hat right now to bring this one back. And I just don't think he's got what it takes.
No, as Benji Fishy sticks the defuse. The moment sinks in, Heretics get to 7 and...
Absolutely mental, this.
Zix talked about reading the map, talked about understanding what they were going to want to do. Somewhere along this, translation has become a problem because they've burned their second time out already and we haven't even played 9 rounds.
When you're seeing...
You'd expect this, the way Asuna was playing on the last map, you'd think he'd at least pick one off there. After the bounce, he just didn't seem ready for it.
If he waits for a couple seconds there, waits for the thrash, maybe he can convert that kill, maybe he can get the man advantage. But it just seems like even when 100 Thieves have the man advantage, it's just squandered by Heretics.
Honestly, the timing on that felt a little reminiscent to what Boostio did a couple of rounds ago on B.
Yeah.
Walked out with the spike and he was, segmented. He was drawn away from the rest of the team. The timings just feel a little bit off. And I mean, all credit to Heretics because what they're doing to 100 Thieves is ridiculous right now.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they've showed new looks. They've had awesome setups. The retakes have been clean.
Very impressive. It was impressive at the beginning. A Bind and Yak had a little hairy, but they were able to get through all of that. They were able to stand in the face of...
That's an impressive arena, like, huge, isn't it?
I mean, there's no adversity to be had. Heretics are having their way.
Imagine trying to play in amongst that.
As we head into round 9.
Right, come on. Let's see what happens here.
Holding that dagger out, waiting
for a couple of ults ready.
Satchel here. I mean, this is unreal.
One bullet fired, Benji's not able to connect.
This is unreal. It doesn't connect, Doug.
They're investing everything.
It missed.
Oh, where did the rocket go?
It missed.
Tries to cower.
Just not having any look at all, are they?
But it's a shot that takes his life away. Another attempt from 100 Thieves is met.
Not having any look at all here. The rocket went through 3 of them.
In the B main smoke.
Patatek, what a message sent. Yeah, we've got to look at that again. I'm not sure what Boo did there.
He committed the Omen ult into the back of B main. This is something more than just confidence. They know.
Ah, it's coming. It's cool. Good luck. Hope you do well.
The dagger didn't connect there, but he was waiting for the rocket. They read into it. The macro game from Heretics on this defensive side has been a pleasure to see.
And that's not the first time that they dodged the rocket. Boo a couple of rounds ago and Abe Spawn did the same. TP'd away.
Yeah.
The foresight from Heretics has just been incredible so far.
Woot has a showstopper of his own. Rians has a Sova ult. I mean, they're just going to be willing to give this A space. You know, Boo's going to do his thing where he jiggles, TP's out, flood in with the Omen Flash on the retake. I mean, it's...
And then Rians is ult over the top.
It's going to be so hard for 100 Thieves to win this round to get a Thrifty.
And again, I've got to remind you guys, both timeouts have been burned. There's no way for Zix to get involved in the conversation anymore unless Heretics calls one. So Asuna will get tagged. The ult from really far away. Wait a second, they may have drawn out just enough. The bait may have been tempting enough, but forget that. Just when it seemed like they had an advantage again. Door is shut. Can Asuna slip the net?
A cheeky one through the Cypher smoke thing there.
Boo is playing back. Still gets a kill. 13 seconds left. They burn the clock down, and they haven't found success really anywhere. Paranoia is drawn out. It's traded. Pad attack will deny.
Absolutely overrunning the Maya.
Just sitting in that corner pillar.
Be interesting to see. Well,
just a timing spray.
they need a couple of rounds here before the turnaround, but
I mean, look at this.
be interesting to see if they do any better on defense.
And the near airport memes are in full effect.
Patatek has become a menace. Unbelievable. 100 Thieves pushing forward again. Having to go. Woot's on the trade. The rocket gets two. Austin is there on the counter, but that's the only success they
Just
find.
wiped out. Absolutely wiped out.
This is a complete dismantling.
Just
They look lost.
nothing.
Look absolutely lost.
Of 100 Thieves. Nothing whatsoever. No room to breathe. With how that first map was played out, can't help but imagine that there was going to be a little bit more of a fight from the side of 100 Thieves.
That's mad.
And yeah, they're 1-4 on this map.
I'll take one guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 100 Thieves are 1-4 on this map. But when they played against PRX, they made some type of comeback. They had some type of life. There's just nothing here.
Heretics are having a field day right now. They've tried, the attack has tried slow. The attack has tried fast. They've tried B, they've tried A. They've tried pushing up into mid. And every single time they try, every single place they attempt, their wheels just spin. It's like trying to trudge through mud with no traction. No action on the side of the attack, and look at this. Woot set up for another multi-kill, isn't he? Satchel's away. He's committed onto this. They've all gotten out onto A. You've got the ult from Patatek, who's going to be joining lane, but Boo gets two! And no!
No.
It's exceptional! Terror strikes once more!
Absolutely torturing the Maya.
Everything falling right into place for Team Heretics. Feeding off the crowd.
Spike planted.
Thieves look lost. Look absolutely lost.
Instantly hit in the jaw. They look stunned. They look lost. They look without answers, dazed.
I'll take.
and the rest of the map is just going before him. 0-12 for their IGL as well. It's been tough. We've got Mika, who's standing by in the co-streaming booth for a little special interview right now. Mika, take it away. She's all yours.
Hey guys, I have a special guest with me right now. We have Star Wraith, a content creator from DRX. Star Wraith, I want you to look behind you right now. What do you think of this venue right here?
Now, the venue is super exciting. It's the first time I'm in a big stadium like this, and all I can say is the vibe here is amazing.
It is amazing.
It's mental,
You
lad.
are from Spain, you were in Madrid cheering on Heretics, and now you are cheering from them, and it looks as though, well, they're in top 4 here at Master Shanghai.
Massive
But they're
place.
A little bit higher. What does that feel? How proud does that make you?
Wow, I think, first of all, I want to say props to the audience, because right now, with the 3K that Wu has done, everyone has shouted like I've never seen before in a stadium, and it's spectacular, even for Spanish-speaking fans. It's marvelous. Like, I don't think anyone expected Team Heretics with 1 sub making it to top 4. Well, top 3 already, you know?
Yeah,
it's top 3 already.
Manifesting, right? Well, I mean, it's not that difficult given the scoreline, right? And what does it feel? I mean, you travel all the way to the other side of the globe, and you have this crowd here in Shanghai just screaming for Team Heretics. How does that make you feel as a fellow Spaniard?
I mean,
Will be a short game.
I don't think we have ever made it this far. I mean, it was so harsh for Team Heretics last year, right? They didn't even make it to 1 international, and now we're here with everyone shouting for Team Heretics. I think props to Wood and to Benji as well, because I think they were streaming on Bilibili, and I think that's what warmed the Chinese hearts, right? It's amazing. I don't think I can describe anything else. I can't say anything else for them.
I don't think so either. And finally, if you were to say something to Heretics right now, how would you cheer for them? Let the audience know.
I would say, guys, it's done. Just keep going and te la mamas.
Let's get back to the game.
Those words very well may carry Heretics over the line. They look like they can do no wrong. Woot is 17-7. Every single member has contributed. The timeline tells the tale, Dre.
And Woot, he's #1 on almost every stat for a reason. The main duelist of this squad. And a lean towards B going into this pistol round, which is a must-win for Team Heretic, or for Team 100 Thieves.
Boosty feeling some of the pressure. He will fall again. 0-13 now as he continues to struggle. The leader not able
Nice.
to meanwhile, Woot's just able to find kills through the smoke for free. The bells
Just making it look so easy.
to toll.
They came prepared to put on a show. Woot came prepared to put on a show of his own. And the reflank on top of it. The icing on the cake.
8 HP, 2 bullets, another kill.
1 enemy remaining.
They've been corralled.
Absolute
They've been
domination, eh? Like,
a flawless round as Heretics get to series point.
different gravy. This, like, they're just unbelievable. I don't know if it's just Thieves having a shit game or Heretics just absolutely dominating.
They've got so much as far as weaponry goes. You assume, you know, that there will be a force on the other side.
And they want this to be a 13-1.
Oh, got
That's why you
stingers.
see this cautious approach. They're still playing the game fundamentally correct. A lot of teams will let this slip away.
It's what's gotten them this far. No reason to change if it ain't broke. And it's certainly not broke. Don't fix it. Then Fish feeling some of the pressure getting tagged up. Now they know they're still on the other side.
Got picked
He's
off.
not able to make a great escape.
That will cause a reaction from Heretics to prod into A now. They're going to slowly contact their way into this site. And you imagine once they get around the corner, they might use utility and just flood the members of 100 Thieves that are playing here. This drone might get punished.
You swing on that surely, and then it hits you over the top of
That was close. Oh, he still gets picked off. Yeah, they've just they've had no luck, but I don't know, they're just not with it. They're just not with it. GG's. Unbelievable, that, mind. Unbelievable. Absolutely dominated them. Tortured them.
Didn't he do well? Wow!
Crazy, that, mind. I wonder if Thieves turn it round in the lowers again. Wait, they've got G2.
One hell of a run, but just a little short.
And they looked lost as well, so
So we bid them goodbye. After a top 4 finish, nothing to be ashamed of.
Heretics were just too good today. On a completely different level.
I mean, they've been too good almost
tortured.
I mean, they get better and better.
Again, the crowd erupts as Heretics are greeted by the fans with plenty of reasons to smile and plenty of love to give. They made it look effortless, Trey. They made it look easy.
Absolutely.
That last map needs to be studied. That's one for the books for sure, Doug.
To walk through that fight on Bind.
At every turn.
And then to just roll the way they have. What a stomp.
Cleared.
I mean, they partied from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I've rarely seen so decisive of a win. I mean, even in a couple of other maps, like somebody gets an eco, right? Like somebody gets a thrifty, but
That's
I think
mad.
That quote right there really describes it all. So far in their heads.
Are we?
Unbelievable. 13-1, the way of Heretics. Busio did get his one, but what a dismissal. Unbelievable. Heretics with the Verizon post-match interview waiting on the stage behind us right now. Yinsu, take it away.
Oh, that was a fantastic.
Right, I'm going to jump off and grab some dinner and stuff. I've had nothing to eat today.
Supporting you guys, so thank you very much, especially for joining me. Congratulations. Once again, I've got Luna
I'll be back tonight from about 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish.
Benji, as a team, you guys have never played on a stage arena this big.
Again, nice to see you back, Blitz, and everybody else who came by. Do appreciate it.
For you to win on this stage, I'm going to let Luna translate that question first.
Hope your games go well. And I'll catch you later on. Ciao for now.
Hello there.